Chapter 3001 Ruined Sun Solidification and Endless Solidification. If other eternal supreme Tao realm traded with Tang Taoist and only obtained such an eternal Tao seed solidification secret art, they would definitely feel that they were at a disadvantage. But Yi Tian didn't care, and he wouldn't really practice the mysterious spirit solidification technique. He didn't care about the side effects, but the mysterious spirit solidification technique wasn't very effective. The effect is what he pays most attention to. Endless Kingdom. Yi Tian's duplicate body took out the sun disk and started to deduce the mysterious spirit solidification technique, trying to create a better effect of the eternal Tao seed solidification secret technique, and let his own duplicate body continue to experiment through this step-by-step perfect step-by-step. He compared the effect of the mysterious spirit consolidation technique to 1, and only when the effect reaches more than 10 can it be considered a success. In the days that followed, he continued to deduce and change, and the version of the mysterious spirit solidification technique was constantly updated, becoming one version after another of the mysterious spirit solidification technique. With each change, the effect is improved, but sometimes the side effects are exacerbated. I don't care about the side effects. As long as it doesn't affect the eternal Tao seed, it doesn't matter even if it will aggravate the eternal Tao seed. After all, my eternal Tao seed is a perfect level eternal Tao seed. It won't be transformed into a demon seed. The side effects didn't work for me. Yi Tian murmured. Therefore, in the following years, he only focused on improving the effect of the eternal Tao seed solidification secret art, and didn't care about other aspects. In this way, the long years passed. Finally this day, the eternal Tao seed consolidation secret art created by Yi Tian seems to have reached a limit. Even Xu Yuanpan can hardly help him with this eternal Shen Tao and solidification secret art. The effect is 177 times that of the mysterious spirit solidification technique. This is a brand new eternal Tao seed solidification secret technique deduced by Yi Tian. Of course, its side effects are also terrifying. The affected eternal Tao seed demon seed has been transformed. But for Yi Tian, this eternal Tao seed solidification secret art is very good. This eternal Tao seed solidification secret art is completely different from the mysterious spirit solidification technique. There is almost no overlap, so we have to give it a new name. Quote. Then call it the Ruined Sun Consolidation Technique. It matches my Tao seed of Ruined Sun. The name is very suitable. After Yi Tian created the Ruined Sun Solidification Technique, he had to deduce other eternal Tao seed solidification secret techniques. After all, the Ruined Sun Solidification Technique is only suitable for curing the perfect eternal Tao seed, and there will definitely be half-step eternal realm God realm powerhouses in the future, so they are not suitable for using the Ruined Sun Eternal Fixation Technique. Therefore, Yi Tian has to leave an eternal Tao seed solidification technique that is enough to inherit eternity for human beings. Certainly, this time, Yi Tian didn't put so much effort into it, and only created an eternal Tao seed solidification secret technique that was 10 times more powerful than the mysterious spirit solidification technique, and the side effects were very small. He wanted to create a secret art of solidifying the eternal Tao seed without any side effects, but it was very difficult, almost no less than creating a perfect eternal Tao seed. Therefore, he didn't do it anymore. After all, for other people, such a secret technique of solidifying the eternal Tao seed can be called against the sky. And this eternal Tao seed solidification secret technique suitable for human beings, Yi Tian named it the Endless Solidification Technique. Endless Tao seed, Endless Solidification Technique, this is the supporting inheritance. But, he will not put this endless solidification technique in the human temple for the time being. After all, the human race does not have a strong man who is about to break through half a step to the eternal realm, and there is no one to exchange it there. The effect of the Ruined Sun Solidification Technique is really terrifying. Yi Tian is using the Ruined Sun Solidification Technique to solidify his eternal Tao seed, and the speed of progress is too fast. Before, he didn't have any eternal Tao seed solidification secret technique, and he could solidify it slowly by himself. There was almost no progress, and he couldn't feel it at all. But now, he can obviously sense that his eternal Tao seed is being solidified a little bit. According to this speed, it is just around the corner that he will fully solidify the eternal Tao seed in the future. It's a pity that the eternal Tao seeds of the wives and children have not been raised to the limit, otherwise they can be taught the Ruined Sun Solidification Technique. Yi Tian secretly thought. If it is passed on to them now, they may not be able to resist practicing in advance. Like wives and daughters, their foundations are insufficient, and they are not on the path of being the most powerful. Although he has been making up for their foundations later, he still cannot completely make up for them. However, in the eternal Tao seed, it can still be gradually stabilized, and it will definitely surpass other eternal Tao realms. Therefore, they still need to persist in raising the eternal Tao seed to the limit. The other side, Lone Star National Alliance here. Yi Tian has changed into a duplicate body, and his strength has naturally recovered. Afterwards, he prepared to go to the eternal Sea of Flames. The reason why there are so many eternal kingdoms gathered in the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance is that there are even many eternal kingdoms that are extremely powerful, much stronger than the kingdom of the gods, and they also have the god realm of the eternal realm as their backing background, but they still do not go to the realm of the god realm. Also because of the eternal Sea of Flames. After all, if you go to the realm of the gods, if you are a newcomer, there will be a lot of competition, and you may not be able to enter a good area. There are too many eternal kingdoms in Jishin Kingdom, and many regions are also poor in resources. If the background is not deep, it is not as good as the eternal Sea of Fire. At the very least, the eternal Sea of Fire is indispensable for the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance to become so powerful today. The area of the eternal Sea of Flames is very large, equivalent to the size of several eternal kingdoms, and there are a lot of resources in it. The most core part of it, even the gods of the eternal realm dare not step in casually. The most common resource in the Sea of Eternal Flames is the Eternal Fire Seed, which is very precious and can be placed in the Eternal Tao Seed Nuomas so as to keep the Eternal Tao Seed from being transformed into the Demon Seed. Of course, the Eternal Tao Seed can only be used for situations where the problem of the Eternal Demon Seed is not serious. In the case of Tai Xing Tao Master, the Eternal Fire Seed is useless. In addition to Eternal Fire Seed, there is also a resource that can improve the Eternal Tao Body, Eternal Fire Sand. The refining effect of this resource is quite good, and the side effects are very low, but the more you refine the Eternal Zhong Sand, the more side effects will be the bigger it is, but as long as it is controlled not to refine more Eternal Fire Sand, the problem of demonization will not be serious. But many of the Eternal Tao realms are still uncontrollable, and will gradually be immersed in refining the Eternal Fire Sand. Therefore, the problem of demonization in the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance is also very serious. Of course, on the side of the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance, there are also many strong people who have perfected the eternal Taoist body, but on the side of the All Gods Kingdom Alliance, it is much more difficult to make the eternal Taoist body perfect. Chapter 3002 Eternal Sea of Flames, Exploration. Certainly, the All Gods Kingdom Alliance came to the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance. The journey is too far away, and the process is very dangerous. In addition, the General Eternal Supreme Tao Realm will not know the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance, otherwise they will definitely find a way to come here. But without enough strength, he came over by force, and the final result was to fall on the way. Yi Tian went to the Eternal Sea of Fire this time, naturally because he wanted to get more resources. After all, the Eternal Sea of Fire also has the resources to improve the Eternal Tao Seed. It is said that in the depths of the Eternal Flame Sea, there are treasures to strengthen the Eternal Tao Seed. So, he came here to try. Anyway, his duplicate body is staying at the side of the Lone Star National Alliance, so he must find something to do. Eternal Flames. Yi Tian came here. This place is not far from the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance. The nearest Eternal Kingdom is the Lone Star Kingdom, and the Lone Star Kingdom is also the most powerful Eternal Kingdom here, and has never entered the realm of the God Realm. And being the closest to the Eternal Sea of Flames also makes the Lone Star Kingdom very powerful. And the Lone Star Kingdom does not allow other eternal realms to open up an eternal kingdom nearby. There was once an eternal kingdom opened nearby, which is closer than the Lone Star Kingdom. As a result, after a period of time, the country lord died. So since then, there has not been any eternal realm to open up an eternal kingdom in this vicinity. The Eternal Sea of Fire looks like a sea of fire, the temperature is very high, and the flame affects many time and space. Yi Tian touched the Eternal Sea of Flames with his hand, and immediately felt the terrifying 5 stars of flames. Of course, this flame power is not dangerous to him, but it is dangerous to the general eternal realm. If you haven't cultivated the Eternal Tao Seed, you can't enter the Eternal Sea of Flames at all. Yi Tian judged. Certainly, some Eternal Supreme Tao realms who have not cultivated the Eternal Tao Seed can survive in the outermost area of the Eternal Sea of Flames for a while, but not for long, if they have reached the peak of the Eternal Supreme Tao Realm and prepared some eternal treasures that can save their lives. However, this is meaningless and very dangerous, and it is very likely to fall into the Eternal Sea of Flames. After all, the flames in the Eternal Sea of Flames are not actually a real threat, the real threat is something else. Go ahead, Yi Tian entered the eternal sea of flames, and the scorching flames of the eternal sea of flames could not threaten him. Subsequently, Yi Tian kept going deep into the sea of eternal flames. According to his information, the eternal sea of flames is divided into the outer layer, the inner layer and the core layer. There is no threat in the outer layer, and those who have cultivated the eternal Tao seed can easily survive in the outer layer. And the inner layer is dangerous. If the eternal body is not great, it will be dangerous in the inner layer of the eternal sea of flames. And if you want to enter the core layer, you have to be at least a half-step eternal realm God realm expert, or even a half-step eternal realm God realm expert. Entering the core layer, there is a possibility of falling. The threat to the strong in the eternal realm is the core layer of the eternal sea of flames, where even the eternal realm dare not step into it easily. Yi Tian has no interest in the eternal flame overseas layer. There are not many resources here, and the grade is also low. It is undoubtedly a waste of time to search for resources here. Therefore, it is better for him to go to the inner and core layers to find resources. 1. Yi Tian shuttled quickly passed through the outer layer, and entered the inner layer of the eternal sea of flames. As soon as you enter the inner layer, the power of the flames here is terrifying. If you don't enter the eternal Tao body, you can't hold it even if you enter here. And not long after entering the inner layer of the eternal sea of flames, a pair of crimson eyes appeared in the void, staring at him firmly. Eternal Fire Spirit. This is a special spirit born from the eternal sea of fire, just like the eternal yin spirit brought by the eternal yin wind. There are many such eternal fire spirits, and they cannot be killed. The Lone Star Kingdom has also prevented a large number of eternal fire spirits from besieging and killing this group of eternal fire spirits, but they were bred after killing them all, so they just ignored it. The eternal fire spirit staring at Yi Tian is not weak in strength, roughly comparable to the powerhouse of the eternal Tao body in Shaocheng realm. This kind of eternal fire spirit will hardly go to the outer layer, because the flame power in the inner layer is more suitable for its growth, so it will naturally not go to the outer layer with core energy. Certainly, if you are unlucky, it is not impossible to encounter it. And the eternal fire spirit is one of the dangers in the eternal sea of flames. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. This eternal fire spirit killed Yi Tian, and Yi Tian grabbed the void with one hand. Secret of the Tao seed, grasp of the sun. In an instant, this eternal fire spirit was grasped by a terrifying force and crushed to pieces in an instant. After killing the eternal fire spirit, Yi Fu continued to move forward. After a while, he found a grain of eternal fire sand. It is indeed a good thing. Yi Tian collected this grain of eternal fire sand. Although this thing is useless to him, it is useful to the human race. It's fine if you don't see it, but you have to put it away after seeing it, so you can't waste it. After that, Yi Tian continued to search for resource treasures in the inner layer, and after searching for a period of time in the inner layer, he went to the core layer to find treasures. But, there are many eternal supreme Tao realms who come here to find resources, so it is not easy to obtain resources. Time passed, and a relatively long period of time passed. This day, Yi Tian sensed that the energy of the eternal fire sea was flowing to one place. In this case, it may be the eternal fire. Yi Tian shuttled past. And just as he passed by, another eternal supreme Tao realm also passed away. Both parties arrived here almost at the same time. It really is the eternal fire. Yi Tian recognized it. This ball of eternal fire is actually a special flame, but it is not the same as the flame of the eternal sea of fire, and it is easy to identify. And the eternal fire seed is absorbing the energy of the eternal sea of fire, slowly growing. Next to the eternal fire, there are 3 eternal fire spirits, who are using the eternal fire to absorb energy and strengthen themselves. The eternal supreme Tao realm who came at the same time as Yi Tian was an eternal supreme Tao realm in the perfect realm of the eternal Tao body. After seeing Yi Tian, he sensed the aura on Yi Tian and ran away. Obviously, he dare not compete with Yi Tian for this group of eternal fire. This is the first time Yi Tian has seen eternal fire, and he is somewhat interested in eternal fire. Immediately, he cast the grip of the ruins, instantly killed the 3 eternal fire spirits, and then grabbed the group of eternal fire. What a wonderful eternal fire seed, bring it back to the human race. If there is a problem with the eternal Tao seed in the human race in the future, you can use the eternal fire seed to suppress the problem of the eternal Tao seed. Yi Tian murmured. Immediately, he put away the eternal fire and searched for the inner layer of the eternal sea of fire. Chapter 3003 Eternal Fire Vine. In the years that followed, Yi Tian continued to search for various resources in the inner layer of the eternal sea of flames. Although they were not many, they were still rewarding. He didn't copy a few more copies of the body. Although this would find more resources, it was easy to be discovered by the strong players of the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance. There is a strong person in the eternal world here, and there is more than one, so it is better to keep a low profile. The years passed. Yi Tian found a lot of resources in the inner layer of the eternal fire sea, most of which are eternal fire sand. As for the eternal fire, he also found a few, but compared with other resources, the eternal fire is naturally very few. We have to go to the core layer of the eternal sea of fire. Yi Tian decided. Certainly. Before he left, he sent these resources away so that his duplicate body would not fall in the core layer of the eternal sea of flames, which would be a big loss. The core layer of the eternal flame sea. Yi Tian came here, and then began to search for resources and treasures here. As a result, as soon as he came here, he encountered an eternal fire spirit whose strength was comparable to half a step of the eternal world god level. Sure enough, the core layer of the eternal sea of fire is very dangerous. Without the strength of half a step into the god realm of the eternal realm, I'm afraid that once you enter here, you will be dead. Yi Tian secretly thought. Boom! Yi Tian fought with this eternal fire spirit. In terms of strength, Yi Tian is much stronger than the average half-step eternal realm god realm. So, he completely crushed the eternal fire spirit. Grasp of the ruinous sun. Yi Tian used this eternal Dao seed secret technique to capture the eternal fire spirit. Although he was scrambled away by it, the spear of the ruined sun pierced through it in an instant, piercing it. Certainly. Even so, the eternal fire spirit still did not die, but was seriously injured. Subsequently, Yi Tian beheaded him in 2 or 3 strokes. After, Yi Tian searched for resources at the core layer of the eternal sea of fire, and finally found something good on this day. This is the eternal fire vine. Yi Tian showed a smile. This eternal fire vine is located inside the layers of some eternal fire spirits, but ordinary half-step eternal realm gods will not snatch it even if they find the eternal fire vine. Because this thing is useless to the half-step eternal realm god realm, it will gradually transform the eternal Dao seed of the half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouse, who dares to refine it. If it is something like the evil vine, the god realm of the eternal realm dares to collect it to strengthen their own eternal Dao seed. But, the eternal fire vine, the god realm of the eternal realm really dare not use it, because the eternal fire vine has a side effect, which makes even the god realm of the eternal realm a little afraid. That is, the eternal fire vine can make the god realm of the eternal realm solidify the degradation of the eternal Dao seed. The flame power attached to the eternal fire vine can continuously burn the solidified eternal Dao seed. When it grows the eternal Dao seed, it will also make the solidified state degenerate. Therefore, the eternal fire vine is only suitable for those who are not half-step eternal god realm, that is, those who are suitable for the perfect realm of eternal Dao body, but have not broken through to half-step eternal realm god realm. These strong men are in the process of growing the eternal Dao seed, so they need the eternal fire vine, but they cannot withstand the transformation of the eternal Dao seed. Therefore, the eternal fire vine was evaluated by the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance as one of the most trashy treasures. However, for the perfect eternal Dao seed and the eternal Dao body perfect realm powerhouse, the eternal fire vine is an invaluable treasure. Its value is many times more expensive than the evil punishment vine, and its effect is also many times better. The eternal fire vines are of great use to the stars, they must be taken away. Then, Yi Tian made a move on these eternal fire spirits. Kill. Yi Tian fought with these eternal fire spirits. Boom. The eternal fire spirits were gradually killed by Yi Tian. After a long time, this eternal fire vine fell into Yi Tian's hands. Subsequently, Yi Tian left the eternal sea of flames, stopped at a place far away from the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance, and then condensed a duplicate body, allowing this duplicate body to return to the Endless Kingdom with his resources. The core layer of the eternal flame sea. This duplicate body of Yi Tian came back and continued to search for resource treasures. Yi Tian has inquired about the information, and what he desires most is a treasure called the Eternal Star Flint. This treasure helps to solidify the eternal Dao seed, but the side effects are relatively large, and it will greatly affect the eternal Dao seed's transformation into a demon seed. But this kind of treasure is very suitable for Yi Tian. If he has this kind of treasure and cooperates with the ruined sun solidification technique, he can solidify the eternal Dao seed faster. 0 seeking flowers 0. Therefore, he really wanted to obtain a large amount of eternal star flint. Time passed slowly. This day, Yi Tian was lucky, and finally found an eternal star flint, and it was not a small eternal star flint. The eternal star flint is crimson on the outside, and the void inside is like starlight, which looks extremely deep. Moreover, the eternal star flint can also absorb the energy of the eternal sea of flames. Although the absorption speed is slow, it is indeed absorbing. Therefore, Yi Tian recognized it at a glance. Found it. Yi Tian put away this eternal star flint, feeling very good. After that, he kept searching, and he was able to find one every long time. Going on like this, and searching for a long time, he can definitely find more eternal star flints. As for the danger of the eternal sea of flames, he is not afraid at all. Even if he is unlucky enough to encounter the eternal fire spirit of the eternal realm god realm from the core layer of the eternal sea of flames, at worst he will be killed. Anyway, he can change to a duplicate body at any time. Other half-step eternal gods dare not easily step into the core layer of the eternal sea of flames, but I dare, so that I can easily find all kinds of treasure resources. Yi Tian murmured, endless kingdom. Yi Tian's duplicate body is back, bringing back the eternal fire vine and other resources similar to eternal fire sand, eternal fire seed, etc. He left the eternal fire sand and eternal fire seed in the human race temple. If anyone wants to exchange them, they should exchange them. As for the eternal fire vine, he naturally wanted to give it to his wife and children. This day, Yi Xingchen came to Yi Tian. Father. Yi Xingchen said respectfully. Yi Tian took out the eternal fire vine. This is a treasure I found in the eternal sea of flames on the side of the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance. It is similar to the evil punishment vine, but it is more domineering than the evil punishment vine. It can make the solidified the degeneration of the eternal Tao seed can also transform the eternal Tao seed into a demon seed. Therefore, even the gods of the eternal world dare not use it. Your eternal Tao seed has not solidified, and it is a perfect level eternal Tao seed. You are not afraid of demon seed transformation. It suits you. When your eternal Tao seed reaches its limit, give the eternal fire vine to your mother. Yes, father. Yi Xingchen was overjoyed. Chapter 3004 Trade. Get another eternal fire vine. Subsequently, Yi Xingchen took the eternal fire vine and put it into his eternal Tao seed. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The eternal fire vine quickly tempered his eternal Tao seed, which was much better than the evil punishment vine. Now, he has two kinds of treasures that can temper the eternal Tao, and if the evil punishment vine is 1, then the eternal fire vine is 10, which is a tenfold increase in effect. Under Yi Tian's suggestion, Yi Xingchen only used the eternal fire vine to temper and upgrade the eternal Tao seed, and the Xiaju vine was given to his mother Xiao Yu, so that the eternal Tao seed Xiao Yu's can be upgraded faster. It's a pity that they can't quickly refine the eternal magic pillar, and they don't have a clone. If they stay in the abyss of the number 1 demon species, it will be very troublesome and easy to expose their identity. If they really let the outside world know that I can refine eternal magic pillar, that would be bad. 383. Yi Tian murmured. He reckoned that even the solidified eternal Tao seed in the god realm of the eternal realm couldn't withstand the power of the eternal demon pillar, and would still be turned into the demon seed. After all, after the eternal Tao seed is solidified, it is not easy to be transformed into a demon seed, but it does not mean that it is impossible to be transformed into a demon seed. Therefore, this is also the reason why many eternal world god realm powerhouses, even though they know that there is an eternal demon pillar, do not try to seize it. And once the news that Yi Tian is not afraid of the eternal demon pillar spreads, the secret of his perfect eternal Tao seed will be discovered, which will cause great trouble. It would be great if we could take away the eternal magic pillar. Yi Tian secretly thought, but now he is only in preliminary control of the eternal demon pillar, and he is trying to take the eternal demon lord away from the abyss of a demon seed. However, he firmly believed that if he continued refining like this, he would definitely be able to take away the eternal demon pillar. In that case, the eternal demon pillar will completely belong to him, and no one knows whose hands the eternal demon pillar will fall into. Only then can he allow his relatives to slowly refine the eternal demon pillar, and use the eternal demon pillar to refine the eternal Tao seed. The core layer of the eternal flame sea. The second eternal fire vine was not found, but this thing was found. Yi Tian held a crimson crystal in his hand, which contained countless special auras, and this aura made his eternal Tao seed a little bit happier. Red flame Tao crystal. This kind of treasure is helpful to help the strong in the eternal world to breed world spirits. The eternal Tao seeds in the god realm of the eternal realm are all solidified, and after solidification, they can be upgraded. When they are raised to a certain level, they can breed world spirits. Once they are successfully bred, their strength will skyrocket. But breeding world spirits doesn't mean they can be born just because they want to. They need the assistance of some treasures to have a certain success rate. And Kai Yan Dao crystal is one of them. The Qian Dao crystal is of little help to Yi Tian, he doesn't need it now, and he also has a better eternal world spirit tree. If he continues to cultivate it, he can harvest the eternal world spirit fruit in the future. The eternal realm spiritual fruit can far surpass the red flame Dao crystal. An eternal realm spiritual fruit can almost 100% allow an eternal realm god to give birth to a world spirit. Therefore, Tushan doesn't need Kai Yan Dao crystal. It can be traded with it, but I wonder if it can be traded to eternal fire vine. Yi Tian thought about it. Other gods in the eternal world should not need the eternal fire vine. If he uses the red flame Dao crystal to trade the eternal fire vine, if some force owns this thing, there is a high probability that they will be willing to trade it. Lone Star National Alliance. Yi Tian is asking which faction owns the eternal fire vine, but this kind of information is not easy to obtain. Then, Yi Tian used a power Tianxing Pavilion to distribute trading information, willing to trade the eternal fire vine or treasures similar to the eternal fire vine with the red flame Dao crystal. After that, he slowly waited for the information from Tianxing Pavilion. If there are powerful people who are willing to trade with him, he will make a deal. Time passed slowly. This day, Tianxing Pavilion sent a message that there is a faction willing to trade with him. Open black lens bracket Northern Longs close black lens bracket. This force is also very powerful, with an existence in the eternal realm of gods and many half-step eternal ghosts and gods. However, the strong man in the eternal realm god realm is not here, but wandered in the realm god realm, and has not returned for a long time. Therefore, in recent years, the power of Bailongs has been somewhat weakened. And Yi Tian also has some understanding of this force, which has a bad reputation. No matter what their reputation is, if they are willing to trade, then they can trade, as long as they get a treasure like eternal fire vine. Therefore, Yi Tian made an appointment with the forces of Bailongs in the city of Tianxing City to discuss and negotiate a deal. Soon, Yi Tian met with a half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouse in North Longs, Taoist Shui's. As soon as they met, Taoist Shui's urgently asked, Master Yi Tian, do you really have the Dao crystal of scarlet flame in your hand? Yes. Yi Tian nodded. He took out the Dao crystal of scarlet flame, which excited the Taoist Shui's. This is a good thing, although he doesn't need it, but the strong man in the eternal realm who dedicated it to Bailongs is also very good, maybe he will get a reward. No matter how bad it is worthwhile to trade it for other treasures. And the eternal fire vine that Yi Tian wants, this kind of item has no value at all. So, he agreed to the deal. Master Yi Tian, our North Longs happens to have another eternal fire vine, so let's trade it. Taoist Shui's took out the eternal fire vine, which was sealed with a special formation, otherwise it would affect half a step of the eternal realm god realm. Even half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouses, if they are affected by the eternal fire vine, they will be transformed into demon seeds. Therefore, Taoist Shui's is also cautious. Yi Tian directly traded with Taoist Shui's, and the two parties exchanged treasures, and everyone was happy. Master Shui's, farewell, Yi Tian said. Then, Yi Tian left here, preparing to return to the Endless Kingdom with this eternal fire vine, and give this eternal fire vine to his wife Xiao Yu. However, just as he was some distance away from the 2.2 Lone Star Kingdom Alliance, figures appeared in the void and surrounded him. Master Yi Tian, why are you leaving in such a hurry? The voice just fell. Taoist Shui's appeared, and the other half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouses also belong to Bailongs. The 6 half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouses of Bailongs. Yi Tian frowned and asked, Master Shui's, what do you mean? Taoist Shui's said coldly, it's not interesting, I'm curious, you are willing to trade the red flame Dao crystal for the eternal fire vine, don't tell me you are rich and powerful, I guess you must have a way to restrain the eternal fire vine. The side effects of the vine can be used. If you tell that method, we will let you go. Chapter 3005 Completely control the eternal magic pillar. Really, Yi Tian speculated before that he might be targeted for trading eternal fire vine. Although the possibility was very low, Bailongzi's reputation was not very good, so he might really do so. Unexpectedly, they actually came. This gave Yi Tian a new understanding of Bailongzi's character and poor reputation. It is estimated that the information he inquired about was euphemistic. The 6 half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouses, maybe other half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouses would be afraid, but he was not. How terrifying his foundation is, and he has cultivated into the perfect level of eternal Tao seed, and raised the eternal Tao seed to the limit, which is how to solidify. Moreover, he has practiced sun-sun solidification for a period of time, and the level of solidification of the eternal Tao seed has increased a lot. Now, his strength is extremely powerful, not to mention 6 half-step eternal realm God realm powerhouses. Even if the number is doubled, he is not afraid. And there is only one person in Beilong's that he fears, and that is the eternal realm God realm expert who went to the realm God realm. But that one hasn't come back for a long time. Maybe he has given up on Beilong's. What's so scary about him? If you still don't leave, prepare to stay here. Yeo 70N threatened. Dare to threaten us? Beat him to death first, and then ask his secret. Taoist Shui's said. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. 6 half-step eternal God realm powerhouses came to besiege Yitian. But soon, their expressions changed dramatically. Spear of the Ruins. Yitian used this eternal Tao seed secret technique, mobilized the eternal Tao body and the power of the eternal Tao seed, and stabbed fiercely at one of the half-step eternal realm God realms. Puff! The spear of the ruined sun penetrates everything, directly piercing through the opponent's body. In an instant, the other party's body was shattered and killed instantly. And the attacks of the other 5 half-step eternal realm gods landed on Yitian's body, and they were all blocked by the eternal Tao seed secret art sun shield. What? These 5 half-step eternal realm gods were shocked. Yitian unexpectedly killed one of their half-step eternal god realm companions with one move. What kind of strength is this? No, run away, Taoist Shui shouted. The field of ruins. The prison of ruins. Yitian used these 2 eternal Taoist secret arts. The ruins prison continued to expand, covering this area. Under the influence of the ruined sun domain and the ruined sun prison, it was difficult for these 5 half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouses to shuttle away for a while. But Yitian tried his best to kill. Every move was a killer move, without mercy. Puff! Another half-step eternal god realm powerhouse was killed by Yitian. As time passed, these half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouses were killed by Yitian one by one. Blood Lake Taoist Master was stronger. He forcibly resisted Yitian's tricks but did not die. However, he couldn't last long. Lord Yitian, we have a strong man in the eternal realm in North Longs. If you kill me, you will never even think about living. Taoist Shui said, I think, if I let you go back, you will find a way to contact that god realm from the eternal realm to kill me, so it's safer to kill you. Yitian sneered. Taoist Shui was desperate. He really had this idea. But Yitian didn't fear his threats at all, and vowed to kill him. Boom! Taoist Shui resisted again and again, but in the end he couldn't bear it anymore. Puff! The body of Taoist Shui was pierced and shattered by the spear of the sun, and finally fell to his death. After killing these 6 half-step eternal gods, Yitian erased the traces here. Certainly, he also knows very well that he can't hide it, but if he can delay the time, he can deduce the time as much as possible. Endless Kingdom. This copy body of Yitian came back, and brought back the eternal fire vine. Subsequently, he gave the eternal fire vine to his wife Xiao Yu, and Xiao Qi also gave the spirit-devouring demon flower and the evil-punishing vine to his daughter. I have to grasp the eternal demon pillar as soon as possible. If I can completely control the eternal demon pillar, then I don't have to be afraid of that eternal realm god in Beilong's. Yitian murmured. Back then, the demon seed Linyuan hadn't completely controlled the eternal demon pillar. It was enough to frighten the lord of the 10,000 gods in the depths of the No. 1 demon seed abyss, so that the lord of the 10,000 gods would not dare to enter. And his strength is even more terrifying than the demon seed Linyuan. If he completely masters the eternal magic pillar, he may be able to kill the weaker eternal realm gods. The years passed. Another copy of Yitian's body has been secretly monitoring Beilong's in the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance. Beilong's was indeed furious, but the eternal realm god still hasn't returned. I'm afraid that in a short time, that person will not come back. If he really came back, he would be able to know immediately. If he doesn't have the strength to deal with the eternal god realm, he will give up the Endless Kingdom and the Star Kingdom, bring the human race back to the Void Realm, and just hide. So, he didn't panic at all. The No. 1 demon seed abyss. Boom! The eternal demon seed moved. Seeing this, Yitian was very excited. Using one copy of the body to continuously sacrifice the eternal Tao seed to sacrifice the eternal magic pillar, the effect is remarkable, and finally the eternal magic pillar can be easily shaken. Yi Tian said excitedly. You know, he couldn't move the eternal magic pillar before, he could only rely on the power of the eternal magic pillar, but now he can shake the eternal magic pillar. This is progress. It shouldn't be too long before I can control this eternal magic pillar. 320 Yi Tian said expectantly. He really wanted to know what kind of strength he would display if he really took charge of the eternal magic pillar, and he was sure that the power of the eternal realm's spear-eating spear was terrifying. If he holds the eternal realm devouring spear, he is almost invincible within half a step of the eternal realm divine realm, but the threat to the eternal realm divine realm is limited. Unless his own strength reaches the eternal realm divine realm, it will be difficult to use the eternal realm devouring spear to kill the eternal realm divine realm. But the eternal magic pillar is different, it contains terrifying power itself. Currently, the eternal magic pillar is the most precious treasure and weapon in Yi Tian's hands. Time passed, long years passed. The eternal demon pillar shook more and more violently, and the day when he could completely control the eternal demon king was getting closer. Unknowingly, the era of hundreds of millions of eternal supreme Tao has passed again. This day, boom, the eternal demon pillar was completely controlled by Yi Tian, escaped from the No. 1 demon seed abyss, and even caused the No. 1 demon seed abyss to tremble. Many eternal realms in the outside world became worried, thinking that there was something wrong with the No. 1 demon seed abyss. Click. Following Yi Tian's thoughts, the eternal magic pillar kept shrinking and turned into a stick that fit his body. It's heavy, but it works. Yi Tian smiled. At this moment, he has completely controlled the eternal demon pillar, and the power of the eternal demon pillar he can mobilize far exceeds that of the past. Chapter 3006 Breakthroughs one after another. Somewhere in the dead zone. Yi Tian came here, ready to test the power of the eternal magic pillar. His two duplicate bodies fought, one holding the eternal magic pillar and the other without the eternal magic pillar. Immediately, holding the eternal magic pillar, Yi Tian cast the eternal Tao Seed secret art, Spear of the Ruined Sun. Immediately, a spear tip melted from the eternal demon pillar, bursting out with terrifying power. However, urging the eternal demon pillar consumes a lot of power of the eternal Tao Seed, even he cannot use it a few times. Boom, the eternal demon pillar fell, and Yi Tian's other copy body was directly blasted to death. All means were used, but there was no way to block the blow of the eternal demon pillar. It's terrifying. It's estimated that even the general powerhouses in the eternal realm can't stop it. Yi Tian murmured. After that, he tried a few more times, mainly to see how to use the eternal magic pillar as a conventional weapon to exert its maximum effect. Gradually, he became more comfortable using the eternal magic pillar. Virtual domain. Yi Tian came back here, and he also brought Yang Yao over. He is going to study the eternal demon pillar here, and it will not affect the human race. After all, none of the human race here has the eternal Tao Seed, so naturally they will not be transformed into the eternal demon seed. Moreover, the area he studied is very remote, so the impact is even smaller. At this time, Yi Tian is mainly researching how to use the eternal magic pillar to let his relatives grow the eternal Tao Seed at the same time. If he asks his family members to refine the eternal magic pillar, their refining speed is too slow, and the effect will naturally not be fast. But if he arouses the power of the eternal demon pillar and actively affects their eternal Tao Seed, then maybe they can temper their eternal Tao Seed faster. This is what he studied. Subsequently, he copied several duplicate bodies, all of which were eternal Tao body cultivation bases, to cooperate with the research. The years passed. Yi Tian hardly made any progress at the beginning, but with the help of Tao Seed's secret technique, he made rapid progress. It seems that we have to create a Tao Seed secret technique, and use the eternal magic pillar to refine the eternal Tao Seed, so that it will have a better effect, Yi Tian thought. Another 100 million years have passed since the Tao era. This day, Yi Tian has truly created a Tao Seed secret art that works with the eternal magic pillar. Of course, he also needs to activate the eternal magic pillar to release a kind of eternal magic pillar field, and other people can use this eternal Tao. This kind of secret technique absorbs the power of the eternal magic pillar, so as to quickly refine the eternal Tao Seed. This eternal Tao Seed secret technique, he named it the eternal magic pillar technique, which is simple and straightforward. After all, this secret technique can only do this kind of thing and has no other use. Subsequently, Yi Tian notified his wife and children that they would return to the imaginary domain. Not long after, they returned. Father, husband. The three shouted, "Take you somewhere." Yi Tian has never told them about the study of the eternal magic pillar, so they still don't know that Yi Tian has mastered the eternal magic pillar. Soon, they came. When Yi Xingchen saw the eternal magic pillar, he was shocked. Father, this is the eternal magic pillar. Yes. Yi Tian nodded, this is the eternal magic pillar. Yi Xingchen was shocked. Father, isn't the eternal demon pillar controlled by the demon seed Linyuan? Even the Lord of all gods dare not enter the No. 1 demon seed abyss. How did you obtain the eternal demon pillar? And you took it away. Up. Yi Tian smiled and said, because the demon species Linyuan was killed by me long ago, when the demon species Linyuan came out of No. 1 demon seed abyss, I broke the imprint he left on the eternal demon seed. I trapped the demon seed Linyuan, initially refined the eternal magic pillar, and then used the eternal magic pillar to kill it. And these years, I have been refining the eternal magic pillar in the number 1 demon seed abyss, and now I really control it so that it can be taken away. Quote exclamation mark quote. Yi Xingchen understood. Yi Tian continued. Now, I have researched the secret art of letting the eternal magic pillar enhance your eternal Dao seed. If you practice this secret art of Dao seed, you can absorb the energy of the eternal magic pillar to quickly temper your eternal Dao, planted. Then, Yi Tian passed the eternal magic pillar to the 3 of them. Boom. After they received the eternal magic pillar technique, they began to practice the eternal master technique. After a period of time, they practiced the eternal magic pillar technique. It has started. Yi Tian activated the eternal magic pillar, released a domain with the eternal magic pillar, and the terrifying energy of the eternal magic pillar burst out. If a normal eternal Dao body strongman enters here, he will definitely become a demon. However, no matter how strong the energy of the eternal magic pillar here is, it will not affect Yi Tian and his family. After all, they are all perfect level eternal Dao seeds. Practice. Yi Xingchen sat cross-legged, running the eternal magic pillar technique, and a large amount of eternal magic pillar energy poured into his body to refine his eternal Dao seed. He clearly felt that the effect of tempering and improving the eternal Dao seed this time far exceeded the previous one, and even the eternal fire vine was not as good as this time. As expected of the eternal magic pillar, the effect is great. Yi Xingchen was very excited. Xiao Yu and Yi Xingyu were naturally extremely excited, and they were quickly tempering their eternal Dao seeds. According to this speed, they may also be able to raise the eternal Dao seed to the limit after not too long a time, so as to hit the half-step eternal realm God realm. 100 million to Dao era years. 200 million years to the Dao era. 500 million to Dao era years. Before they knew it, Yi Xingchen's eternal Dao seed was about to reach the limit of the eternal Dao seed. This day, his wife Xiao Yu's eternal Dao seed is the first to break through to the limit. This does not mean that her cultivation speed is faster than her son Yi Xingchen's, but Nuo Hao Jiao, her foundation is not as good as Yi Xingchen's, and the limit of the eternal Dao seed is even lower. So it's easier to boost to the limit. After Xiao Yu's eternal Dao seed broke through to the limit, Yi Tian passed on her ruined sun solidification technique. Soon, Xiao Yu successfully completed a little solidification, broke through the shackles, broke through half a step to the cultivation base of the eternal realm God realm, and her strength skyrocketed. Not long after, Yi Xingyu also raised the eternal Dao seed to the current limit, and then used the ruined sun solidification technique to break through half a step to the God realm of the eternal realm. Another period of time passed, and Yi Xingchen finally raised the eternal Dao seed to the limit, and then used the ruined sun solidification technique to complete a breakthrough, becoming a half-step eternal realm God realm powerhouse. So far, Yi Tian and his 3 family members are in the half-step eternal realm God realm. Not long after, there was new news from the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance that the eternal realm divine realmist from Bailongs had returned from the realm God realm. Chapter 3007 Xuan's World God and Hasho 39's Desperate Situation. North Longs. Xuan's realm God, a strong man in the eternal realm, returned to Bailongs. Soon, those half-step eternal realm gods who survived Bailongs came one after another. Blood Lake and the others have fallen. Xuan's realm god sat on the void throne, his golden eyes stared at the half-step eternal realm gods below. The great Xuan's realm god, Shui's Taoist and the others have fallen, and they were killed by Yi Kaiguo of the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance. Said a half-step eternal realm god. What's the background of the other party? Xuan's world god asked. No, not sure, these half-step eternal gods answered tremblingly. Trash, Xuan's world god said coldly. However, he also knew that this group of half-step eternal realm gods were not the opponents of the Lord Yi Tian, so he didn't dare to go to the kingdom of the gods to investigate. And the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance is far away from the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance, so if you go there rashly, you are naturally likely to be killed. The Wanshan Kingdom Alliance. I remember that not long ago, the Wanshan Kingdom moved to the Jishan Kingdom. I am not familiar with that guy, Wanshan, but the opponent's strength is not strong. And the Lord Yitian did not follow into the Jishan Kingdom, should have no background. If you kill it, you will kill it. Xuan's Jishan is going to visit the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance. Subsequently, he gave a few instructions, and 047 was ready to go to the Alliance of the Kingdom of Gods. He didn't really care about Shui's and the others, but this time he came back. He had to come up with some of these things, otherwise other forces or other strong people in the Eternal Realm would think that he would be afraid of a country that was only half a step away from the Eternal Realm. Lord. Xuan's realm god is traveling towards the Endless Kingdom, it seems that he wants to deal with me. Yi Tian murmured. If it was before, he would probably have to avoid the edge temporarily, but now, he is not the god of Xuan's. And, this time, he wanted to kill Xuan's realm god, so that Xuan's realm god would die without a place to bury him. Endless Kingdom. Yi Tian's duplicate bodies were dispatched. A duplicate body carries the eternal magic pillar, and a duplicate body carries the eternal world-devouring spear. And he dispatched a total of 6 duplicate bodies to besiege and kill Xuan's world god together. In fact, a duplicate body carrying the eternal magic pillar might be enough, but he needs to slay Xuan's world god 100%, so naturally the more duplicate bodies the better. The speed of Xuan's Jishan was very fast, he crossed the death zones and arrived at the eternal wind belt. Passing through this eternal yin wind belt, you will be very close to the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance. After killing Yi Tian, you can deal with my affairs. Xuan's world god murmured. However, when he was about to shuttle away from the eternal yin wind belt, the surroundings suddenly became silent, and even the eternal yin wind seemed to stagnate. Boom! Eternal treasures appeared in the void one after another, blocking this place. The Field of Ruins, the Field of Ruins, the Field of Ruins. Yi Tian's duplicate bodies descended, and directly used the Ruin Sun domain to cooperate with his eternal original treasure to block and suppress this place. 6 bodies, I didn't expect you to have so many clones, are they created by some special eternal treasure? Xuan's Jishan didn't panic at all. After all, no matter how many avatars there are, they are only half a step of the strength of the gods in the eternal realm. In his view, no matter how much half a step into the eternal realm god realm, they are just ants. Court Death. The god of Xuan's came to attack Yi Tian. And Yi Tian directly activated the eternal realm devouring spear, killing towards Xuan's realm god. The moment he saw Xuan's Jia devouring the spear, the Xuan's Jia god showed a trace of fear. A weapon made from a tree-eating tree branch in the eternal realm, how dare you use such a weapon? Xuan's realm god was extremely shocked. He dare not use this kind of thing. Even if the eternal Tao seed is solidified, it will be absorbed by the power of the eternal Tao seed. Once it is used, the body will become weak once. After a long time, it may also become the eternal demon seed. And if you use the branches of the eternal AHFF tree-eating tree in the half-step eternal realm, it will be extremely miserable, and there is a high probability that it will become an eternal demon seed. But Yi Tian is fine, it's amazing. HMPH, even the tree-eating tree in the eternal realm can't hurt me, unless your cultivation has reached the divine realm in the eternal realm. Boom! Xuan's Jishan blasted Yi Tian's duplicate body away with one blow, but the attack of the eternal realm's gun-eating spear landed on Xuan's Jishan's body, absorbing a little of his power and slightly affecting the eternal Tao seed of Xuanjin ghosts and gods. But the impact was not too big, so he didn't care. However, just when most of his heart and soul were devouring the gun in the eternal world, Yi Tian's other duplicate body activated the eternal magic pillar, cast the spear of the ruined sun, burst out with all its power, and rushed towards the Xuan's world god. This is his real trump card. What? Eternity. The face of Xuan's world god changed dramatically. The tree-eating tree in the eternal realm is nothing more than it does not contain powerful energy. Only when the strong hold it in their hands can it explode with terrifying lethality. He was only 1.5 steps away from the god realm of the eternal realm holding the tree branch of the eternal realm, so he was naturally not worried. But the eternal demon pillar is different. It contains energy far beyond the divine realm of the eternal realm. Being able to hold the eternal demon pillar means that it has completely controlled the eternal demon pillar. But how can it be possible to master the eternal magic pillar in half a step of the eternal realm, unless Yi Tian is a monster? There is such a glimmer of hope. However, Yi Tian doesn't look like a demon seed no matter what, he doesn't have the aura of a demon seed at all, and he can't even see the problem of the eternal Tao seed. Suddenly, Xuan's Jishan thought of a possibility. You are the perfect eternal Tao seed. Only the perfect eternal Tao seed will not be afraid of the eternal Tao seed becoming a demon seed, dare to approach the eternal demon pillar, and be able to refine the eternal demon king. And even in the realm of the gods, there are only a few kinds of perfect eternal Tao seed inheritance, and the number of perfect eternal Tao seed inheritance is limited. Therefore, in the realm of the gods, there are very few strong men with perfect eternal Tao seeds, and they are all terrifying existences that he can't imagine. And for countless years, I have never heard of a new perfect eternal Tao seed being born, but I didn't expect to meet one here. If the news gets out, there will definitely be many strong people coming to verify it. Yi Tian didn't answer Xuan's realm god's words, and came straight with the eternal pillar in hand. Boom! Xuan's Eji Shendu couldn't block the blow of Yi Tian's eternal magic pillar. Pooh! One side of his body was directly crushed, and there was something wrong with the eternal Tao seed. He wanted to escape, but Yi Tian's other duplicate bodies shot and intercepted him. At this moment, Xuan's realm god is in a desperate situation. Chapter 3008 Shuangxing Eternal Stick, Unknown Great Opportunity. Boom! Yi Tian shot again, and the eternal magic pillar blasted towards Xuan's realm god. Puff! The body of Xuan's realm god was shattered, and even though healed up, his aura was already weak, and the eternal Tao seed was cracked. Master Yi Tian, you can't kill me, I'm a member of Jieding, if you kill me, Jieding will not let you go. Xuan's Jishinda yelled. Do you think I don't know about Jieding? Yi Tian sneered, an ordinary eternal god realm is just an ordinary member of Jia court. Jieding will not care, and Yinting will not care if you die. Quote. Seeing that Yi Tian was not afraid of such a threat, Xuan's Jishin changed his tune and said, Forgive me, I am willing to exchange my entire wealth for my life. If I kill you, the treasure will still be mine. Yi Tian said coldly, I have a great opportunity. Xuan's Jishin said again. However, Yi Tian completely ignored Xuan's world god, and shot again. This time, Xuan's realm god was directly bombarded and killed by Yi Tian. After killing the Xuan's realm god, Yi Tian took away the treasure from the opponent and left here. In this battle, Yi Tian determined that the other party could not send the message out, so he used the eternal minister who imprisoned the message. Therefore, the intelligence of this battle will not be spread out. Certainly, even if Bei Longs knew that he had killed Xuan's world god, he would not dare to say anything unless they wanted to seek death. Moreover, no one in the eternal realm god realm believes that he can kill Xuan's realm god. Endless Kingdom, Yi Tian is back, and no one knows that just now, a powerful man in the eternal realm who is comparable to the great lord of all gods has fallen nearby. After returning, Yi Tian began to sort out the items of Xuan's Jishin. Xuan's realm god is quite rich. Yi Tian murmured. He sorted out the treasures of Xuan's realm god, including some precious resources, as well as resources that help solidify the eternal Tao seed. What is this? Yi Tian saw a special thing, which was a purple stick covered with mysterious patterns, which was placed at the core of the void in the body by Xuan's Jishin, and sealed layer by layer, which shows the value of this purple stick. Afterwards, Yi Tian began to study the purple stick. Try using the Eternal Appreciation Mirror. Yi Tian took out the Eternal God Mirror for identification. Time passed slowly, and the purple stick was finally identified. Shuangxing Eternal Rod, one of the secret keys of Shuangxing's heritage site. Simple information, knowing its usefulness. Shuangxing Inheritance Place. What kind of place is this? Yi Tian was puzzled. However, since this is a secret key, there is a high probability that it can be refined, and perhaps some useful information can be obtained from it. Then, Yi Tian began to refine this Shuangxing Eternal Rod. Time passed slowly, and Yi Tian was getting close to refining successfully. However, the incident of Xuan's demise did not cause any waves, or it has not been spread yet. After all, the disappearance of a god realm from the eternal realm for a period of time is nothing at all. No one cares about it, let alone deduce the life and death of a god realm from the eternal realm, unless they suspect that the other party has fallen, then they will pay a price to deduce it. Obviously, the time has not yet reached this level. A long time has passed. Shuangxing Eternal Rod was finally refined by Yi Tian. At this time, Yi Tian sensed the coordinates of a floating world, the trajectory of the other party's movement, and some simple information through the Shuangxing Eternal Stick. Through these information and coordinates, Yi Tian judged that the so-called Shuangxing Inheritance Place should be in that floating world, and Shuangxing Eternal Stick can let him enter the Shuangxing Inheritance Place. The floating realm is still moving, but it should be bordering on the eternal realm soon. Yi Tian secretly thought. At this moment, he finally knew why the Xuan's world god came back from the world god realm. He was afraid that it was not for the revenge of those half-step eternal god realm, but to enter the Shuangxing inheritance land. As for revenge, it's just incidental. If it weren't for the place of Shuangxing's inheritance, the Xuan's world god probably wouldn't come back at all, and wouldn't care about the death of those half-step eternal gods. After all, it is a bit unreasonable to come back, but not to take revenge, and it will undoubtedly be secretly ridiculed by many eternal realms. In the end, just for the sake of face, Xuan's Jishin provoked an existence that he could not provoke, and lost his life. It has to be said that the god of Xuan's is a bit wronged. Oh. But Bei Longzi's reputation is not good, and the reputation of Xuan's Jishin probably won't be much better. If he kills him, he will be killed. Another period of time passed. With the aid of the Shuangxing Eternal Stick, Yi Tian sensed that the floating world finally stopped moving and was completely bordered by the Eternal Kingdom. Wow! Yi Tian rushed over immediately with the Shuangxing Eternal Stick to enter the floating world. He has been tracking that floating world, so it is very close at this moment. Not long after, Yi Tian came to the entrance of this floating world. It's here. Yi Tian tore apart the entrance of this floating world casually, and entered the main body. In an instant, Yi Tian entered this floating world, but found that it was almost in ruins. In addition, this floating world seems to be very complicated, and the rules are so powerful that even he is suppressed, while ordinary floating worlds cannot achieve this level. Subsequently, Yi Tian began to condense a new copy body, and then slowly explore this floating world. It doesn't matter if the duplicate body is killed, if the Shuangxing Eternal Stick is lost, the loss will be too great. Even the gods of the Eternal Realm attach great importance to this thing, and Xuan's realm god even mentioned a great opportunity before he died, and he didn't want to lose a great opportunity. So, one has to be careful. Soon, Yi Tian's duplicated body came to the central area of the floating realm, where he saw a magnificent and unimaginably huge ancient building, and this ancient building was rooted in the void, with an ancient stone gate at the entrance, and its aura was extremely terrifying. This building is not simple, it should be built by a very powerful existence or an extremely terrifying force. Yi Tian guessed, and Yi Tian attacked the stone gate, but his attack couldn't do anything to the stone gate at all, and was even blown away by it. Moreover, the formation of this building is too mysterious and profound, he can't understand it at all, and he can't break the formation. But, he found that there was a hole above the ancient stone gate. Seeing this hole, Yi Tian thought of the Shuangxing Eternal Rod, which seemed to fit in. Ever since, another copy body of Yi Tian came over, and put the Xing Eternal Rod into it. Chapter 3009 World Spirit Inheritance. The Shuangxing Eternal List was placed on the ancient stone gate, and the ancient stone gate opened in an instant, forming a huge vortex. Wow! Yi Tian was sucked into the whirlpool. Shuangxing Holy Gate Inheritance Assessment begins. A voice came from somewhere. Shuangxing Holy Gate, which faction is this? Yi Tian was puzzled. He doesn't know much about it, but since he's here, he naturally has to take part in the inheritance assessment. Soon, the inheritance assessment officially began. Buzz. Rays of light condensed and gradually turned into silhouettes, and the cultivation base of each silhouette had reached the half-step Eternal Realm God realm. Immediately afterwards, these figures rushed towards Yi Tian. The Field of Ruins. Yi Tian used this Eternal Dao Seed secret technique, and these figures seemed to be frozen in place. 097. Grasp of the Market Sun. Die. In an instant, these half-step Eternal Realm God level figures were crushed by Yi Tian. It can be said that these figures are too weak. Congratulations to the assessor who passed the first round of assessment. Do you want to proceed to the second round of assessment? Conduct. Yi Tian shouted. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The second round of assessment has begun. At this time, a large number of figures appeared again, and each figure was comparable to the strength of the top half-step Eternal Realm God Realm, so many figures were equivalent to a large number of half-step Eternal Realm God Realm powerhouses. If he held the Eternal Magic Pillar, he could easily scan these figures. However, this kind of assessment probably does not allow the use of such treasures, and he is also worried that it would be a pity to lose them if they fall here. Therefore, let's conduct the assessment with your own strength. Kill. Yi Tian tried his best to fight with these half-step Eternal God Realm figures. One after another figure was beheaded by him, but he was also injured by them, and his injuries became more and more serious. But in the end, Yi Tian still killed all these figures and completely passed the second round of assessment. Congratulations to the assessor who passed the second round of assessment. Do you want to proceed to the third round of assessment? Give up on the third round of assessment. Yi Tian shouted. He was very reluctant to pass the second round of assessment, and it was impossible to pass the third round of assessment, so there was no need to try. Just when Yi Tian gave up the third round of assessment, an illusory figure of a white woman appeared. The woman's figure was extremely huge, and a white light ball and a white leaf were sent out with a jade hand, and landed in front of Yi Tian. Next moment, the phantom of the woman dissipated and disappeared. What is this ball of light? Yi Tian reached out and grabbed the ball of light and the white leaf. He passed the 2 rounds of assessment, which should be the reward for the 2 rounds of assessment. As soon as Yi Tian touched the light sphere, countless inherited knowledge poured into his will. Shuangxing Realm Snake. This is impressively a world spirit inheritance. Through this inheritance, Yi Tian now knows that if the eternal world god realm wants to cultivate world spirits, it can't be conceived casually. The world spirits cultivated are just ordinary world spirits. Moreover, without world spirit inheritance, the chances of birthing a world spirit are very low. Like Xuan's world god, even if he did not conceive a world spirit, if he conceived a world spirit, his strength would be very powerful, and he would not be able to kill it. And the Shuangxing Realm Snake is a method of inheriting world spirits. Once he breaks through to the eternal realm god realm in the future, he can cultivate the Shuangxing Realm Snake and cultivate the Shuangxing Realm Snake world spirit. The Shuangxing Realm Snake world spirit is naturally far superior to ordinary world spirits. Once such a world spirit is cultivated, its strength will definitely far exceed other eternal realm god realm. It seems that the Xuan's world god also knows that there is a world spirit inheritance here, so he came here to participate in the assessment. It is estimated that he has come here more than once, but every time he participates in the assessment, he has not obtained the world spirit inheritance. Yi Tian guessed. He was able to obtain the world spirit inheritance, naturally not because his personal strength was stronger than Xuan's world god. If there is no eternal magic pillar, it is really impossible for him to be the opponent of Xuan's world god, the gap in strength is too great. However, the assessment here should be a different assessment set according to the cultivation base. Therefore, there is a high probability that Xuan's Jishin did not even pass the first round of assessment. It seems that my luck is really good, I got this great opportunity of Xuan's world god. Yi Tian said with a smile. He also started to check this leaf, but he didn't find out the origin. Subsequently, Yi Tian came out from this place of inheritance. The ancient stone gate closed again, and the Shuangxing eternal rod fell into Yi Tian's hand again. With this Shuangxing eternal rod, he can enter the inheritance place of the Shuangxing holy gate at any time. It seems that no other eternal realm god has entered here, it seems that only Xuan's realm god has discovered the Shuangxing eternal stick. Yi Tian guessed. Subsequently, Yi Tian left a duplicate body to stay here. In this way, when his strength improves in the future, he can also participate in the assessment immediately. Otherwise, if he goes out, he will have to wait for this floating world in the eternal border. Only when it is bordered can you continue to come in. And another duplicate body of Yi Tian came out with this white leaf. After returning to the Endless Kingdom, Yi Tian used the Eternal God Appreciation Mirror to appraise the white leaf. Soon, the identification results came. Beiji Xuanyi can assist in solidifying the Eternal Dao Seed, the effect is excellent. Auxiliary solidification of Eternal Dao Seed. Yi Tian was a little surprised, this is indeed a good thing. Afterwards, Yi Tian began to use Beiji Xuanyi to solidify the Eternal Dao Seed, and the effect was really good, at least the effect could be increased several times. Originally, with the help of the sun-curing technique, he far surpassed the efficiency of other half-step eternal realm gods to solidify the Eternal Dao Seed, but now with the addition of Beiji Xuanyi, the effect is even more terrifying. And, it seems that Beiji Xuanyi can be used for a long time. He can hardly feel the effect of Beiji Xuanyi. It is estimated that after he has completely solidified the Eternal Dao Seed, this treasure will still exist, and he can pass it on to his wife and children. What is the origin of the Shuangxing Holy Sect? It's just a place of assessment, but you can easily take out such a treasure as Beiji Xuanyi. Yi Tian was very surprised. Inheritance is fine, after all, you can send it out 10 times or 100 times, there is no loss, but a treasure like Beiji Xuanyi is a real treasure, send it out and it will be gone. It can be seen from this that Shuangxing Holy Sect is absolutely rich and powerful. Certainly, he didn't go to inquire about it, and he could hardly find out any news here. When he enters the realm of the gods in the future, he will slowly learn about the Holy Gate of Shuangxing. Chapter 3010 News of the Best Eternal Dao Boundary Stone. I have no way to practice the method of the snake spirit in the Shuangxing realm, and I can only practice it after breaking through to the god realm of the eternal realm. Yi Tian murmured. And he is still far away from the God realm of the eternal realm, and his current eternal Tao seed has only solidified to 12%. 2 realms. Of course, his solidified 12% realm is no longer comparable to those 100% solidified half-step eternal realm gods. After all, his eternal Tao seed is really too powerful. Therefore, if his eternal Tao seed is slightly solidified, the increase in strength will be very terrifying. This is also the reason why he was able to pass the second round of Xuanxing Holy Sect Inheritance Assessment. In the years that followed, Yi Tian worked hard to practice, using the Ruined Sun solidification technique in Beiji Xuanyi to solidify his eternal Tao seed. And his wife and children are also solidifying the eternal Tao seed. Although the progress is not as fast as his, they are not slow. Time flies. The human beings in the Endless Kingdom and the Star Kingdom are becoming more and more powerful, and there are also a steady stream of human races coming out of the imaginary realm and entering these 2 eternal kingdoms. This day, Yi Tian plans to change the entrance of the imaginary domain to the Endless Country, and set it up in the human race territory of the Endless Country, so that it will be more convenient to enter and exit. When necessary, he will even open this passage, allowing the human races in the Void Realm to freely communicate with the human races in the Endless Kingdom and the Star Kingdom. And many human races can also return to the imaginary domain from the Endless Kingdom and the Star Kingdom. Of course, now is not the best time, he needs to be stronger. If possible, directly find more Eternal Kingdom decree, directly reselect a region, and open up a large number of Eternal Kingdoms. Only the eternal kingdom of the human race does not allow other forces to enter. This is Yi Tian's plan. However, it is not easy to find the eternal national decree, let alone obtain dozens of the strongest eternal national decree. Unless I can obtain the top-grade eternal Tao boundary stone and enter the true realm of the eternal Tao boundary, can I obtain a large amount of eternal kingdom order. Yi Tian murmured. The eternal Tao realm is very large, but the number of eternal edicts in other regions is very rare, and it takes a long time to find one. But the eternal Tao realm is different, there are many eternal national decrees there. It's a pity that the best eternal Tao boundary stone is too rare. At least, Yi Tian has never seen it before, and does not know who has this kind of treasure. If there is no top-grade eternal Tao realm stone, the true realm of eternal Tao realm will not be found at all. Yi Tian's duplicate body has been staying in the eternal Tao realm. After searching for a long time, he has never found the eternal Tao realm's true realm. There is very likely another void there, so blindly searching will not find it. The only way is to find the top-grade eternal Tao boundary stone, and then use the top-grade eternal Tao boundary stone to enter the true realm of the eternal Tao boundary. It's almost impossible to find the best eternal Tao boundary stone here in the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance. Why don't you try it at the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance? Yi Tian thought to himself. Lone Star National Alliance. Tianxing Pavilion. Yi Tian came here again, and a half-step eternal realm god from Tianxing Pavilion entertained Yi Tian. This half-step eternal realm god recognized Yi Tian, and was immediately very surprised. Because after Yi Tian left, several half-step eternal realm gods in Bailongs fell, everyone guessed that it had something to do with Yi Wei. Afterwards, the god Xuans returned to kill Yi Tian. As a result, Yi Tian came here intact. This half-step eternal god realm didn't dare to think too much. Excuse me, do you have the best eternal Dao Guiyu in Tianxing Pavilion? Yi Wei asked. No, the half-step eternal realm god shook his head. How precious are the top-quality eternal Dao realm stones, even if we have them, they will be traded out soon, and they will hardly be kept in our hands. So, where will it be? Yi Tian asked. This half-step eternal god realm was hesitant, as if he didn't want to say anything. Yi Tian naturally knew that the other party did not want to disclose the information for free, so he said, you can ask for any price you want. 6 grains of eternal fire sand. The other party quoted. Eternal fire sand is not only a treasure in the eternal sea of fire, but also a currency that can be traded. As for 6 grains of eternal fire sand, the price is very high. Perhaps to Yi Tian, this little thing is nothing, but just to buy a piece of information, this is too bad. 6 grains of eternal fire sand, just one piece of intelligence, too expensive. Yi Tian said dissatisfied. The other party hurriedly said, Master Yi Tian, there is a reason why the price is expensive. This information from our Tianxing Pavilion can almost guarantee that you can get the top-grade eternal Dao boundary stone with a high probability. Okay, I bought this piece of information. With a wave of Yi Tian's hand, 6 grains of eternal fire sand were thrown out. This half-step eternal god realm immediately put away 6 pieces of eternal fire sand with a smile, and revealed, the best eternal Tao boundary stone. There is a place that is, Taishan realm, a top force in our Lone Star Kingdom alliance, have 2 eternal realm god realm. Not long ago, they obtained a top-grade eternal Tao boundary stone, and did not use it. Moreover, they are also planning to take the best eternal Tao boundary stone, wanting to let a half-step eternal realm god realm rescue a half-step eternal realm 217 god realm from the Taishan realm, and whoever manages to do it will be given the best eternal Tao realm stone for free. If Lord Yitian can help them rescue that half-step eternal realm god realm, then 100% can get the best eternal Tao boundary stone. So that's how it is. Yitian frowned and said, this news should be easy to find out, but you still accept 6 grains of eternal fire sand from me. No, this news really won't spread. Lord Yitian, you are not a half-step eternal god realm of the Lone Star Kingdom alliance. There is a high probability that you don't know this information. After all, there are only the top ones. Only a group of half-step eternal gods will receive the information from the Taishan realm, and there are already half-step eternal gods who are ready to try it, so the top-quality eternal Tao boundary stone is likely to be taken by other half-step eternal gods. Let's go. Therefore, this information of mine is very valuable. Seeing that the other party said that, Yitian didn't say anything. Subsequently, Yitian went straight to the Taishan realm. And after Yitian left, the half-step eternal god realm from Tianqing Pavilion contacted Bei Longs again. Do you want the latest information on Yitian's lord, an eternal Huosha? If Yitian knew that his information was immediately sold by Tianqing Pavilion, he would definitely be speechless. However, he doesn't take Bei Longs seriously anymore, so he doesn't care. Chapter 3011 Xuanline Ancient Vine. 2 Heavenly. After Yitian came here and explained his purpose, the Taishan realm did not stop him and let him in. Soon, he just met a half-step eternal realm god realm from the Taishan realm, whose cultivation base should be very close to the eternal realm god realm. I have seen the Taoist Lord Zuntian. Yitian said politely. Master Yitian, do you want to accept the mission from our Taishan realm? If the mission fails, we will not give any benefits. Taoist Zuntian said. Yes. Yitian nodded. However, once the task is completed, I want the ultimate eternal Tao boundary stone. It is good. The Taoist Lord Zuntian also agreed. Of course, he didn't have much hope for Yitian. He only hoped that one of the half-step eternal realm god realm who accepted the task this time would be able to complete the task of rescuing the half-step eternal realm god realm who was too unsuccessful for them. Master Zuntian, can you give me the mission details now? Yitian asked. Can. Lord Zuntian gave Yitian all the details of this mission. After Yitian finished reading it, he realized that this mission was not easy. No wonder Taishanji was willing to give such a generous reward. And the identity of this half-step eternal realm god realm should not be simple. Maybe it has something to do with the eternal realm god realm of the Taishan realm, otherwise the Taishan realm would not be willing to pay such a price. According to information materials, this half-step eternal realm god realm is named Dongping Taoist. Dongping Taoist went to Judu River and was trapped in a place in Judu River. That place is a world of its own, and the god realm of the eternal realm cannot enter. Only half-steps of the god realm of the eternal realm can enter under the condition of suppressing strength. Before, the Taishan realm sent a half-step eternal realm god realm to try to go into rescue, but one half-step eternal realm god realm fell, and the others returned injured. They had no choice but to hope that an extremely powerful half-step eternal realm god realm would rescue Taoist Dongping. As for whether there is hope, they don't know. Judu River, the only place to go back to the Endless Kingdom. I didn't expect there to be such a dangerous place. Yitian then shuttled directly to Judu River. Soon after, Yitian came to Judu River, and according to the address given by Taishanji, he came to a certain place in Judu River. It's here. Standing on the Judu River, Yitian saw a vortex, which leads to a strange place in the Judu River, where it is very dangerous. Half a step of the eternal realm may fall, and the half step of the Taishan realm. The reason why the god realm of the eternal realm has not yet fallen is that there is a high probability that there are more life-saving things. Wow! Yitian entered this vortex, entered this strange place. Come in. As soon as Yitian came in, he sensed the aura of innate monster creatures, and they quickly surrounded and killed them. Kill. Yitian cast the Ruined Sun Domain and the Ruined Sun Spear, and fought with these innate monster creatures. There are many innate monster creatures here, and each one is very powerful. Even Yitian spent a little effort before beheading them. Afterwards, Yitian went deep into this place and began to look for traces of Taoist Dongping. Boom! In the void ahead, a half-step eternal realm god realm was fighting with innate demon creatures, and Yi Ping fell into a bitter fight. Yi Tian sneaked into the past, and immediately used the copy talent to investigate, and found that the other party was not Dongping Taoist, but another half-step eternal realm god realm powerhouse who came to rescue Dongping Taoist. It's a competitor, so don't help him. Yi Tian backed away silently. His goal is to rescue Taoist Dongping, and the other half-step eternal realm god realm has nothing to do with him. There are many dangers in this strange place, not only innate monster creatures but also other unknown dangers. Soon, Yi Tian encountered a danger. Boom! The void split open, and a vine came through, directly piercing through. Yi Tian tried to resist, but was still sent flying by this vine. What a terrifying power! When Yi Tian tried to fight the opponent, the vine disappeared. Zanlin Ancient Tomb. This is the name of this vine. It should be something similar to the evil vine. I can sense that this thing can affect the eternal demon seed, and its attack power is very terrifying. It is absolutely comparable to the top half-step eternal realm god's blow, and Zanlin, a single vine of the ancient vine, possesses such strength, and the strength of its body may be higher than mine. Yi Tian murmured. The point is, the attack power of this mysterious Lin ancient vine seems to be able to reach any place in this strange place, even Yi Tian can't perceive its main body. It is undoubtedly difficult to kill this Xuanline ancient vine. There is no such Xuanline Gumo in the information of the Taishan realm. Is it because I am afraid that those half-step eternal realm gods will not dare to come in for rescue? Yi Tian guessed. Time passed slowly, and the scope of Yi Tian's exploration continued to expand. There seem to be a lot of resources here, let's get resources while looking for them. Yi Tian secretly thought. Gradually, most of the area of this strange treasure land was almost explored by Yi Tian, and he came directly to the depths here. And he was also attacked by Xuanline Ancient Tomb again and again, but he blocked them all. Finally, he sensed Dongping Daosheng in the deepest part of this treasure land. In an area, Taoist Dongping seems to have inspired a treasure to form a shield, and he is surrounded by dense vines, and he cannot escape from this area at all. But the attack from Xuanline Ancient Tomb couldn't break the shield of Taoist Dongping for a while, so it was stalemate. Of course, Taoist Dongping's condition is very bad, and his breath is very weak. The point is that there is a problem with Taoist Dongping's eternal Tao seed, and it seems that there are signs of demonization which makes him not sober. The state of Taoist Dongping is a bit troublesome. If he is deduced for a while, he will definitely be transformed into a demon. Yi Tian secretly thought, even if a Taoist Dongping who has been transformed into a demon seed is rescued, will the Taishan realm still want it? Will he keep his promise? The ancient tomb of Xuanline must be conquered as soon as possible. Yi Tian murmured. Subsequently, he appointed a battle plan, that is to condense another duplicate body. One of his duplicated bodies drags the ancient tomb of Xuanline, and the other duplicated body rescues Taoist Dongping. In this way, the success rate will be high. Soon, Yi Tian condensed a duplicate body, and rushed towards Zanfengtong. Boom! The battle begins. Yi Tian's attack power is very strong, let Xuanline Guman attack Yi Tian with all his strength. Suddenly winter. Another duplicate body of Yi Tian went straight to Taoist Dongping. Chapter 3012-100 Eternal National Decrees. Grasp of the Ruinous Sun. Yi Tian used this eternal Taoist secret technique and grabbed Taoist Dongping, but this was not to attack Taoist Dongping but to take Taoist Dongping away. Wow! Taoist Dongping and his entire shield were grabbed by Yi Tian's Shu Riji, and then he took him away. Walk! Yi Tian's duplicate body fled quickly, and the Xuanline ancient vines seemed to be enraged, and attacked frantically, and the dense vines continued to expand, sealing off this area. Kill. Yi Tian is also attacking crazily, but Xuanline Ancient Tomb's attack can almost ignore the distance, and can easily cross over an attack. In terms of strength, Yi Tian is not as good as Xuanline Ancient Tomb, but the difference in strength is not very big. Therefore, this Xuanline Ancient Vine cannot defeat it in a short time. Yi Tian fought while fleeing, and gradually left the position of the Xuanline Ancient Vine body, and it only occasionally crossed the void to attack, and had no intention of leaving Yi Wu behind. After all, Taoist Dongping was of no value to it, so he left as soon as he left. In this way, Yi Tian rescued Taoist Dongping from Xuanline Guman. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian took Taoist Dongping and left from here. After returning to the outside world, Yi Tian immediately 803 contacted the God Realm of the Half-Step Eternal Realm in the Taishan Realm and told them that he had rescued Taoist Dongping. Soon, Taoist Master Zuntian and several other Half-Step Eternal Realm gods came over. Taoist Zuntian, Taoist Dongping has been rescued, but his condition is not very good. Yi Tian said. Thank you Lord Yi Tian. Taoist Zuntian said gratefully. Extreme Eternal Tao Boundary Stone. Yi Tian made a reminder. Lord Yi Tian, follow us back to the Great Heaven Realm, and we will give it to you. Patrol the sky. It is good. Yi Tian nodded. Immediately, he followed the Taoist Lord Zuntian and they returned to the Taishan realm. 2 Heavenly. Taoist Dongping was sent for treatment by them, while Yi Tian waited for news from Taoist Zuntian. Not long after, Taoist Lord Zuntian came over with the best Yongdao Boundary Stone. Master Yi Tian, this is the ultimate Eternal Tao Boundary Stone. Yi Tian looked at the top-grade Eternal Tao Boundary Stone in the hands of Taoist Xuan Tian. It was somewhat similar to ordinary Eternal Tao Boundary Stones, but it was bigger and more powerful, and its quality was naturally better. After confirming that this is the best Eternal Tao Boundary Stone, Yi Ahfc Tian accepted it and left. Subsequently, Yi Tian sent this duplicate body back to the Endless Kingdom. After he was going back to the Endless Kingdom, he would use the top-grade Eternal Tao Boundary Stone to enter the Eternal Tao Boundary Realm. The years passed. This day, Yi Tian returned to the Endless Kingdom, and then used the top-grade Eternal Tao Boundary Stone to shuttle into the Eternal Tao Boundary Realm. Buzz! Yi Tian instantly shuttled into the Eternal Tao Realm, but entered a mysterious area of the Eternal Tao Realm, which is the true realm of the Eternal Tao Realm. The breath of Grey permeated this piece of true domain. It's so strong and strange, it's more than 100 times stronger than the Eternal Tao Realm. Yi Tian secretly thought, in this case, if the Eternal Realm reaches the Tao Realm, I am afraid that it will soon become a demon seed, and it will not be able to resist for a long time. Only the top half-step Eternal Realm God Realm, most of the Eternal Tao seeds have been solidified, can persist a period of time. However, it's not worth breaking out here, it's not worth it. It is estimated that only the existence of the God Realm in the Eternal Realm can survive after entering here, and will not be transformed into a demon. But the God Realm of the Eternal Realm cannot enter here, so naturally there is no way to use the top-quality Eternal Tao Boundary Stone. Therefore, if the other half-step Eternal Gods didn't prepare more treasures to resist the grey and strange atmosphere here, they would not dare to come in, otherwise it would be a waste of the best Yongshan Daochuan stone. And Yi Tian is not afraid of such a strange aura, let alone 100 times stronger, even if it is 1,000 times stronger, it will not affect him. That means he can stay here forever. Subsequently, Yi Tian began to condense the duplicate bodies one by one, and then let these duplicate bodies separately search for resources and eternal state orders. There are really a lot of resources, much more than other places in the Eternal Tao Realm. Yi Tian said in surprise. Of course, the eternal demon spirits here are even more terrifying, and each of them is comparable to the half-step Eternal Realm God Realm. But Yi Tian still relied on his powerful strength to kill these eternal demon spirits one by one, and harvested a batch of high-grade eternal magic crystals. It's just that these eternal magic crystals are useless to Yi Tian and his family, they can only be reduced to provide nutrition for the evil doctor. Not long after, Yi Tian finally found an eternal national token. Found it. Yi Tian received the eternal national decree and smiled. He did not expect that he would obtain an eternal edict within such a short period of time. According to this frequency, he will obtain a large number of eternal kingdom orders just around the corner. In the years that followed, Yi Tian found one eternal national decree after another, and got a lot of good things. As expected of the true realm of the Eternal Tao Realm, there are really many eternal national orders here. For the next long years, he has been collecting various resources and treasures here, and danger naturally exists. Occasionally, he would encounter that kind of eternal demon spirit whose strength was comparable to his own, and it took him a long time to kill it. If it is another half-step Eternal Realm God Realm, even with his strength, he would not dare to fight with the eternal demon spirit for so long, otherwise the eternal Tao seed will definitely have problems. Before you know it, tens of millions of Tao era years have passed. Yi Tian's duplicated bodies explored everywhere, and he lost several duplicated bodies alone, and finally got together 100 eternal edicts. A total of 100 eternal kingdom orders. If this is spread, the other half-step Eternal God Realm will be dumbfounded, and even the Eternal Realm God Realm will find it inconceivable. 100 eternal kingdom decree is enough to open up 100 eternal kingdoms. I can even get rid of the alliance of the kingdoms of the gods and go it alone to create an alliance of eternal kingdoms. Yi Tian said excitedly, and he was ready to do so. Afterwards, one of his duplicated bodies left the Eternal Tao Realm and returned to the Endless Kingdom. Endless Kingdom, Yi Tian called his wife, son and daughter, and each human race's high-level internal meeting. Father, husband, they shouted, I asked you to come this time because there is a big event to announce. With that said, Yi Tianhuang issued 100 eternal national decrees. So many eternal kingdom orders. Yi Xingchen was shocked. 100 eternal kingdom decrees, 100 eternal kingdoms must be created. I am going to find a suitable area far away from here, open up an eternal kingdom alliance, get rid of this place completely, and then only allow the human race to enter there to practice and develop. What do you think? Yi Tian asked. Chapter 3013 Endless Kingdom Alliance, 100 Eternal Kingdoms. Father, I agree. Yi Xingchen was the first to express his opinion. Yi Tian's decision is a good thing for the human race. Xiao Yu also nodded. Husband, I also agree. Yi Xingyu naturally had no objection and agreed with Yi Tian's decision. Of course, it is not possible to do this now. Yi Tian still needs to find a suitable place, and it is not close to other Eternal Kingdom alliances. It is best to have a suitable treasure nearby. For example, the Lone Star Kingdom alliance developed only when it was close to the Eternal Sea of Flames. He also wants to find a similar place and open up the Eternal Kingdom alliance near it. So, in the following days, Yi Tian dispatched multiple duplicate bodies to search for such treasures in the Death Zone. However, the Dead Zone is almost a dead zone area with no resources. There are no resource treasures. Occasionally, a little resource treasure can be found, but it is also very barren, not enough to support an Eternal Kingdom alliance. The reason why the alliance of the God's Kingdom is so weak, far inferior to the alliance of the Lone Star Kingdom, is because there are no treasures around, and the birth of resources depends entirely on the internal resources of the Eternal Kingdom and a few demon-seeded abysses. This is naturally not good, and it is impossible to cultivate more Eternal Realm gods. Certainly, Yi Tian was very patient, so he kept looking for it, but it should not be too far away. If it was too far away, it would be too troublesome for the human race to migrate there. Trying to find a treasure land not too far away would be very good. As time passed, Yi Tian searched the death zones of the Eternal Kingdom, but couldn't find a suitable place. After a long time, Yi Tian felt that he should choose a place at random. However, on this day, Yi Tian finally discovered a good place. Although it is not as good as the Eternal Sea of Flames on the Lone Star Kingdom alliance, it is still a very good place for resources. This treasure land is located at the border of the Eternal Yinfang Belt. It seems that a river was formed by the energy collision between the Eternal Yinfang Belt and a flame death zone. This river runs through the dead zone of this area and has bred a lot of resources. The key point is that this river is very long and large, and it is suitable for exploring the Eternal Tao Realm. It is naturally dangerous for the half-step Eternal Realm God Realm, but it is not very dangerous for the ordinary Eternal Tao Realm. As long as you don't go to this river in special places, there is no risk of falling. And this river is mainly divided into two areas. One is the Yinfang area, the other is the Flame area. One side is extremely hot, the other side is extremely cold, forming a sea of mist at the intersection. Yi Tian carefully explored this area, and after confirming that there was not much danger, he prepared to open up the Eternal Kingdom alliance in this area. This area should not have been formed for too long, so it has not been discovered, so open up Eternal Kingdoms here. Yi Tian decided. Soon after, Yi Tian brought his wife and children here. You are also opening up the Eternal Kingdom here. Each person can only open up one Eternal Kingdom at a time. You can open up 3, and I will open up more than one at a time. Before long, we can open up 100 Eternal Kingdoms here. Yi Tian said. It is good, the 3 answered. Subsequently, Yi Tian gave them the Eternal Edict, and Yi Tian's duplicate bodies also came here. This time, a total of 7 duplicate bodies were dispatched. The 4 of them opened up 10 Eternal Kingdoms at one time. When 100 Eternal Kingdoms have not been opened up, he is not going to move the human race here. Boom! Eternal Kingdoms are being opened up one by one, and 10 huge masks are pasted together. Gradually, the Eternal Kingdom was opened up, but the mask would take 100 million Dao era years to dissipate. During this period, without Yi Tian's permission, other people would naturally not be able to enter these Eternal Kingdoms. Continue to develop. Yi Tian and Yi Xingchen continued to open up the Eternal Kingdom. In this way, the years passed, and the Eternal Kingdoms were opened up one by one. Unknowingly, 100 Eternal Kingdoms were all opened up. 100 Eternal Kingdoms. Yi Xingchen was extremely excited. So many Eternal Kingdoms now all belong to the human race. Next, some human races will be relocated here. First, the human races in the imaginary domain will be relocated, and the conditions will be relaxed. Then a part of the eternal Tao realm will be taken from the Endless Kingdom and the Star Kingdom to help manage it. Yi Tian planned. Yes, Yi Xingchen responded. Kingdom of Stars. Yi Xingchen called Lin Lei. Lin Lei originally stayed in the Endless Kingdom, followed Yi Xingchen to the Star Kingdom, and now it is one of the highest levels of the Star Kingdom. 0. Seeking flowers. In addition to Lin Lei, there are many eternal Tao realm, and many of them have cultivated the eternal Tao seed. A large number of strong men gathered in a hall, and everyone was wondering what kind of meeting was held this time. Soon, Yi Xingchen came and said, "Everyone, from now on, all the content must be kept secret, and no disclosure is allowed, otherwise it will be regarded as a defection from the human race." The hearts of many eternal supreme Tao realms tightened, and it must be very important to know what is about to be announced. Wait, you follow me to a place, and you won't come back for a long time. Moreover, you have sent a group of human races in the imaginary domain there. 0. Yi Xingchen ordered. Yes, they answered. Then, these eternal Tao realms, from the Endless Kingdom, followed those eternal Tao realms of the Endless Kingdom, back to the virtual domain together, and then began to relocate a large number of human beings, who were very weak. But as long as you go to the Eternal Kingdom, your cultivation and strength will definitely increase quickly. At this point, they didn't know what was going on, but they did everything. Finally, these eternal Tao realms relocated many human beings who were going to the Eternal Kingdom from the Void Territory. Subsequently, they set off from the Endless Kingdom and entered the Death Zone. These human beings all stay in the inner void of the eternal Tao realm, so they are not affected by the Death Zone, otherwise these weak humans would have no way of surviving in the Death Zone. In the following days, they kept shuttling and rushing, and finally arrived at the new Eternal Kingdom Alliance. Yi Tian named this place the Endless Kingdom Alliance, and the river next to it was also named the Endless Yin-Yang River by him. Arrived. After Yi Xingchen came to the Endless Kingdom Alliance, he said, "Is this another Eternal Kingdom Alliance?" Lin Lei waited for eternity to reach the Tao realm secretly. And there are still masks in these Eternal Kingdom Alliances, which means that they have just been opened not long ago. A total of 100 Eternal Kingdoms have been opened up here, and they will belong to our human race in the future. Yi Xingchen announced Dao San. Chapter 3014 Human Rulers. 100 Eternal Kingdoms. Lin Lei and the rest of the human race were shocked when they reached the Tao realm forever. There are only dozens of eternal kingdoms in the alliance of all God's kingdoms, but there are 100 eternal kingdoms here. Moreover, these are 100 brand new eternal kingdoms, and the resources contained in them are not comparable to those of the eternal kingdoms of the All God's Kingdom Alliance. Master Star, why are there so many eternal kingdoms here? Lin Lei asked curiously. It was my father who entered the true realm of the eternal Tao realm, found so many eternal national decrees, and opened up 100 eternal kingdoms here. From now on, the strong people of the human race will move in one after another, and only the human race is allowed it thrives here. Yi Xingchen said. Subsequently, Yi Xingchen brought them to the Endless Yin-Yang River again. Here is the Endless Yin-Yang River. You can also come here to look for opportunities at the Tao realm of the Eternal, 183. There is also the Eternal Yin Wind Belt over there, and there are some chance treasures in it, but the Eternal Yin Wind Belt is more dangerous. If the eternal Tao body is not complete, it is not recommended to explore the eternal Yin Wind Belt. Yi Xingchen said again. After, these eternal realms were sent into those eternal kingdoms one by one, and those human beings were released and scattered. And there are many tasks in these eternal realms, such as building giant cities and human living areas, mining resources of the eternal kingdom, and so on. Therefore, during this period of time, these eternal realms are very busy. In addition, Yi Xingchen also transferred batches of Eternal to Tao realm and Eternal to Tao transformation, but not all of them were transferred, and a group of humans had to be left behind in the unfaithful boudoir in the Star Kingdom. On the side of the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance, there is no strong person who can threaten him. The point is, once they know about the situation on the side of the Endless Kingdom Alliance, there will definitely be a large number of Eternal Supreme Tao realm running here. A lot of power will be transferred over. In that case, it would be meaningless for Yi Tian to open up the Endless Kingdom Alliance. Of course, he can also stop it, but those forces will definitely leak the news, and the Endless Kingdom Alliance can't even think about developing silently. So, the best way is to hide. When the human race develops to a certain level, he will not be afraid of these forces, and he doesn't need to worry about it. The strong human race under his command can solve his troubles for him. Unknowingly, 100 million Dao era years have passed. This day, 100 eternal kingdoms of the Endless Kingdom Alliance have been opened, and the mask has disappeared, and human beings in each kingdom can travel freely. And these human beings are now soaring in strength. They have greatly improved their strength with the help of the resources within the Endless Kingdom Alliance, and the human race temple established by ETN has publicly given many inheritances. Therefore, with no shortage of resources and no shortage of inheritance, their strength will naturally improve by leaps and bounds. Now, the human race has born many eternal to Dao realms, not to mention eternal to Dao, they are everywhere. Human Temple. This day, ETN came here and put a batch of eternal national decree here, allowing the human race to practice the eternal Dao realm exchange of the eternal Dao seed, and the price is not high, but after exchanging the eternal national decree, the eternal kingdom must be opened up on the side of the endless kingdom. Linley walked into the human race temple, and suddenly found that the human race temple had opened the exchange of the eternal edict. Eternal kingdom decree, am I not mistaken? Lei was shocked. This is the eternal kingdom token. On the side of the alliance of the gods, countless eternal realms are eager to obtain an eternal kingdom. The entire alliance of the gods has only so many eternal kingdoms. No force can be as powerful as the human race. Take out the eternal national decree directly and let people exchange it. Master ETN probably obtained a lot of eternal state decrees, so he will take them out. He took a look at the contribution value needed to exchange the eternal edict, and his own contribution value was enough. Therefore, he exchanged for an eternal kingdom decree, and he also planned to open up an eternal kingdom and serve as the ruler of an eternal kingdom. Not long after, Linley opened up an eternal kingdom called Tianlei Kingdom. When this news came out, many eternal realms were envious, and they were all eager to exchange for the eternal edict. But without enough strength and enough contribution value, there is still no way to open up the eternal kingdom. But if you accumulate slowly, one day you will accumulate enough. Of course, Linley is not the only one who pioneered the eternal kingdom. There are also several eternal supreme Taoists from the Yi family. Naturally, it can be exchanged for eternal Guoling. Gradually, the eternal kingdoms of the Endless Kingdom Alliance increased from 100 to more than 100. And ETN has been looking for the eternal national decree in the true realm of the eternal Dao world, so there is no shortage of eternal national decree at present. As long as there are human beings who can exchange the eternal edict, he will allow them to exchange it. The more human kings there are, the more powerful people will be cultivated in this way. So, this case is good heavy. Since the establishment of the Endless Kingdom Alliance, Yi Tian has focused on this side, and paid little attention to the two eternal kingdoms on the side of the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance, leaving only a duplicate body there. Yi Xingqian even directly transferred his position as the Lord of the Stars to an eternal Supreme Dao realm, and no longer manage the Stars Kingdom. However, there is one more thing, and that is the entrance of the imaginary domain, which is too far away from the Endless Kingdom Alliance. If he wants to transfer the entrance, he cannot do it with his current strength. He reckoned that only when he breaks through to the God realm of the Eternal Realm can he transfer the entrance to the Void Realm. If he didn't care about Void territory, he would have completely given up the 150 million Eternal Kingdoms of the All-God Kingdom Alliance. The solidification of the Eternal Dao seed has reached 20%. Yi Tian murmured, his current strength has been strengthened again. According to this efficiency, it is estimated that within 10 billion Dao era, he is sure to solidify the Eternal Dao seed to 100% realm. After his strength improved, Yi Tian rushed to a treasure land on the other side of the Judu River, which was the place where Taoist Dongping was trapped. He was going to subdue the ancient vines of Xuanline. He felt that the ancient vines of Xuanline were of high value, much higher than the value of the evil vines. In the past, his strength was lower than that of Xuanline Ancient Tomb. Even if he dispatched multiple duplicate bodies, it would be difficult to kill Xuanline Ancient Tomb. But now, he hoped to kill or subdue Xuanline Guman. So, on this day, his 6 duplicate bodies came to this treasure land and entered it. Chapter 3015 The Disadvantages of the Large Eternal Kingdom Alliance. Soon, Yi Tian came to Xuanline Guman. Without further ado, they directly besieged the ancient Xuanline vine. The strength of the Xuanline ancient vine is very strong, and its defense is strong, but Yi Tian's strength is also very strong, no less than that of the Xuanline ancient tomb, and multiple copies of the body besieged together, completely occupying the upper hand. In this way, Yi Tian gradually crushed Xuanline ancient tomb. Finally, Xuanline ancient vine was beaten by Yi Tian so that he could not resist, and the vines shattered one by one. In the end, the ancient vine of Xuanline was obliterated by Yi Tian, and had no power to resist, and became an unconscious thing like the evil vine, which could only be manipulated by Yi Tian. Subsequently, Yi Tian subdued the Xuanline ancient vine, shrank it, and held it in his hand. Swish, Yi Tian then explored here, and after finding some good things, he left here and returned to the Endless Kingdom Alliance. League of Endless Nations. Yi Tian came back, and began to study the Xuanline ancient vine. He found that Xuanline ancient vine not only helps to strengthen the eternal Dao seed, but also helps to solidify the eternal Dao seed. It's just that its influence on the eternal Dao seed is even more terrifying. If other half-step eternal realm God realm powerhouses put it into the eternal Dao seed, it may not be long before they will fall into the library. In other words, it has no side effects on Yi Tian, who is the perfect eternal Dao seed, but is a supreme treasure. Yi Tian also tried it, and the Xuanline ancient vine can make the speed of the eternal Dao seed solidify much faster. In this way, his eternal Dao seed solidified faster. Yes, the value of Xuanline ancient vines is very high. Yi Tian murmured. Unknowingly, another billion years of Dao era have passed. During this period of time, the number of eternal Dao realms in the Endless Kingdom Alliance has skyrocketed, and the number of eternal Dao realms who have become eternal Dao seeds has also increased sharply, and many eternal Dao realms have even completed the entry into the eternal Dao body. These are the eternal kingdoms opened up one by one, with more and more resources, and there are also a lot of resources in the eternal Yin-Yang River, which is why the strength of the race has skyrocketed. The eternal kingdom has reached 200. Yi Tian murmured. During this period of time, the number of kings of the human race has increased, and he has also transferred some of the eternal kings to other human races. After all, it is meaningless for him to want so many kings. In a certain area of the Endless Kingdom Alliance, countless strange auras permeated the air. Immediately afterwards, the ground here shattered and gradually turned into a demonic abyss. Hush ha ha, a celebrity from the eternal supreme Dao realm came to the vicinity, but did not enter. It's the Devil Seed Abyss. I didn't expect the Devil Seed Abyss to appear before our Endless Kingdom Alliance was opened up. An eternal supreme Dao realm was shocked. That's right, we don't even have a single demon here, so why is there an abyss of demon? Another eternal realm was puzzled. Not long, Yi Xingchen came, went in and explored for a while, but found no demon species, but the abyss of demon species is indeed not suitable for entering the eternal Dao realm. It's no problem for him, but for other eternal realms, it's not so good after a long time in it. A while passed. Yi Tian came here. Father, Yi Xingchen said respectfully. Yi Tian looked at the demon seed abyss, and said, Xingchen, have you explored in there? Father, after a brief exploration, it is not much different from the demon seed abyss of the Alliance of All Gods, except that there are no demon seeds in it. Yi Xingchen said. Not long after the Endless Kingdom Alliance was opened, the demon seed abyss appeared. And any Eternal Kingdom Alliance has a demon seed abyss, and it cannot be cleared. It seems that the demon seed abyss contains a lot of secrets. Yi Tian murmured. Father, what should we do with this demonic abyss now? Yi Xingchen asked. It can't be cleared. Yi Tian shook his head. If it is possible to erase the abyss of the demon seeds, those gods in the eternal realm have already done so. At present, we can only let it go, but once the demon seeds appear, we must fasten them as soon as possible. Yes, Yi Xingchen responded. Subsequently, Yi Tian also went to the demon seed abyss to explore, but nothing happened. In fact, he still expects that the abyss of the demon seed can breathe the eternal magic pillar, so that he can get 2 eternal magic pillars. Unfortunately, it is impossible to breathe the eternal magic pillar now. In the following years, Yi Tian didn't care about this demonic abyss. As a result, not too long years passed. A monster rushed from the death zone to the Endless Kingdom Alliance, as if it was attracted by the abyss of the monster. However, he was quickly intercepted by a human from the Eternal Supreme Dao Realm, and after a while, other Eternal Supreme Dao Realm came quickly and killed him. After this incident, Yi Tian discovered a problem. That is, more and more monsters are being attracted. This situation has never happened in the All Gods Kingdom Alliance. As a last resort, Yi Tian personally guarded every position of the Endless Kingdom Alliance, and whenever powerful demons appeared, he would personally take action and kill them. This day, a demon seed that was half a step away from the God realm of the Eternal Realm was attracted, and Yi Tian immediately intercepted the opponent and beheaded him. Strange, why does the Endless Kingdom Alliance attract so many monsters? Yi Tian was puzzled. 087 is the Devil Seed Abyss of the Endless Kingdom Alliance special. No, it must not be the reason, it must be other reasons. There are too many eternal kingdoms in the Endless Realm. Yi Tian suddenly guessed the reason. Compared with the alliance of all gods, the alliance of endless kingdoms is a large alliance of eternal kingdoms. Perhaps in the death zone, the more eternal kingdoms there are, the more demons they will attract. And the All Gods Kingdom Alliance has a lot of attractions for the demons. Just like light bulbs, one with very low brightness and one with high brightness, the degree of attraction is completely different. It seems that we can't continue to increase the number of eternal kingdoms, otherwise the Endless Kingdom Alliance has not developed and attracts a large number of demons from the eternal realm, and even I can't stop them. Yi Tian murmured. It is better to wait for his cultivation base to break through to the god realm of the eternal realm, then train his wife and children to the god realm of the eternal realm, and then release more eternal kingdom decree. Ever since, Yi Tian revoked the Eternal Kingdom Edict of the Human Race Temple, and it is not allowed to be exchanged for the time being. The news spread, which made the Eternal Supreme Taoists who were still hesitating about exchanging the Eternal Kingdom token very regretful. However, this order has already been issued, and it is impossible to change it in a short time. Chapter 3016 The Mystery of the Demon Seed Abyss. The sixth half-step demon seed of the Eternal Realm. Yi Tian murmured after beheading another demon seed that was half a step away from the god realm of the Eternal Realm. Moreover, not long ago, another demon-seeded abyss was born, and it seemed that the attraction was even stronger. According to this frequency, there will definitely be more half-step Eternal Realm God Realm demon seeds appearing in the future. At this moment, he suddenly understood a truth. Why are there not many eternal kingdoms in the alliance of eternal kingdoms? Many of them are dozens of eternal kingdoms, why not merge them? For example, the 10,000 Gods National Alliance and the 1,000 Mountains National Alliance, the distance between these two national alliances is not too far away. Besides, the 1,000 Mountains National Alliance was developed later, so why didn't the founders of the 1,000 Mountains National Alliance come to the 10,000 Gods National Alliance? Wouldn't it be better? In the past, he felt that these Eternal Kingdom Alliances wanted to develop on their own, but now he felt that this should not be the reason. Perhaps there are many eternal supreme Tao realms who have done this and united with each other to make the number of eternal kingdoms in an eternal kingdom alliance more and more, and something happened. Yi Tian murmured. It is also for this reason that those eternal kingdom alliances must ensure that the eternal kingdom alliances remain at a certain level before their own strength reaches a certain level. This is also the reason why the All Gods Kingdom Alliance did not blame him after the collapse of the ancient kingdom. Because this is a good thing for the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance. The point is, no one has ever told him about it. Of course, Yi Tian never knew about this matter. After all, who would open up so many eternal kingdoms at once? No one could have predicted this situation. The current situation is not too bad. My strength is improving rapidly, and in a short period of time, it should not be possible for demon species to appear in the Eternal Realm. In the Eternal Realm, there are absolutely not many demon species in the Eternal Realm. Almost they have already been attracted by the abyss of demon seeds, and they will not come to me again. Yi Tian thought to himself. The years passed. While Yi Tian was cultivating, he was also defending against the monsters around the Endless Kingdom Alliance. There were more monsters in the beginning, but then they decreased. There should be a lot of attracted monsters, and it will take time to rush halfway. After all, the nearby monsters have been wiped out, and the wide species in other places can't appear out of thin air. 3 billion to Tao era years later. This day, an incomparably terrifying demon species rushed to the Endless Kingdom. Its aura has surpassed that of the demon species Linyuan, much stronger than the demon species Linyuan, comparable to the strength of Xuan's realm god. The demon seed of the Eternal Realm. Yi Tian frowned. He didn't expect that such a demon seed would really be attracted. Yi Tian didn't want the battlefield to be placed in the Endless Kingdom Alliance, so he directly entered the death zone to intercept this monster. 1.5 steps from the Eternal Realm God Realm dare to intercept this deity. The demon seed in the Eternal Realm said coldly. Demon species Linyuan have spiritual wisdom, and it is normal for demon species in the Eternal World to have spiritual wisdom. Yi Tian said, why do you have to come here? Attract, said the Eternal Realm God Realm demon seed. You can go to the demon seed abyss in other eternal kingdoms, there's no need to come to us, right? Yi Tian asked again. Ha ha ha, it seems that you really don't understand. This is a large-scale Eternal Kingdom Alliance. The special aura of the Devil's Abyss will help me improve my strength. I can absorb more original aura. Eternal Realm God Realm Demon Zhang said. So, I won't give up here. It seems that your Eternal Kingdom Alliance doesn't have any strong people. It seems that you don't even have a god in the Eternal Realm. This is my paradise. Saying that, this eternal realm divine realm demon seed killed Yi Tian. Suddenly, Yi Tian took the shot with the eternal magic pillar. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. This blow is enough to severely damage the existence of the God realm in the eternal realm. Yi Tian's current strength is comparable to that of Xuan's Jishan at that time, and the strength displayed by holding the eternal magic pillar is naturally stronger. What? You actually obtained the eternal magic pillar? This demon seed in the eternal world revealed a greedy look. The eternal demon pillar will be born in the demon seed abyss, but the probability is very low. The eternal demon pillar is of no help to the God realm of the eternal realm. The God realm of the eternal realm does not even dare to touch the eternal demon pillar. This kind of talent is eager to obtain the eternal magic pillar. However, he has been to the abyss of many demon species, and he has never encountered the eternal magic pillar at all, only heard of the eternal magic pillar. Unexpectedly, in such a place, they encountered the eternal magic pillar. The eternal magic pillar is mine. This demon species seemed to have its sanity swallowed, and it didn't even realize that its strength was not enough to snatch the eternal magic pillar. Boom! He attacked Yi Tian frantically, trying to capture the eternal pillar. However, with one blow, his body was knocked into the air. That is to say, the physical strength of the demon seed is far beyond the divine realm of the eternal realm, otherwise the blow just now would have severely injured him. However, under the attack after attack, the injury of this demon species became more and more serious. In the event that he was so badly injured, he wanted to jump away. But Yi Tian's other duplicate bodies appeared, intercepted him, bound him here, and then attacked again and again with the eternal magic pillar. After a while, this demon seed was about to perish. Tell me, why the Eternal Kingdom Alliance gave birth to the abyss of demon seeds, and why the more eternal kingdoms there are, the more attractive they are to you? Yi Tian questioned. If I say so, will you let me go? Asked the Eternal Realm God Realm Demon Seed. Can. Yi Tian nodded. Okay, let me tell you. Said the Eternal Realm God Realm Demon Seed. Actually, all the Demon Seed Abyss are just projections, and the real Demon Seed Deep Lianos Abyss is comparable to the world of the God Realm. And the more eternal kingdoms in the Eternal Kingdom Alliance, the more the origin of the Abyss of Demons will be attracted to form the projection of the Abyss of Demons, attracting the surrounding demons. This is also to limit the development of the Eternal Kingdom, and let more eternal realms fall into demon ranks. So it is. Yi Tian understood. Why can the Eternal Kingdom Alliance not attract demon seeds? Yi Tian asked again. I'm not sure. The Eternal Realm God Realm Demon Seed shook his head and said. Really do not know, Yi Tian said coldly. The Eternal Realm Demon Seed thought about it for a while, and quickly said, it is said that by using a large number of Eternal Kingdom orders to open up the Eternal Kingdom in the Demon Seed Abyss, you can use the origin of the Eternal Kingdom to fight against the Demon Seed Abyss, thereby destroying the projection. This way you won't be targeted by the Demon Seed Abyss, but this is just a guess, and I don't know if it will succeed. Chapter 3017 Tree Heart Magic Liquid. Use a lot of Eternal Kingdom decrees to break through the Abyss of Demon Seeds. Yi Tian thought about it. It is really possible, but who would do it? It is more difficult to obtain an eternal national decree, and it depends on luck, let alone obtaining a large number of eternal national decrees. Even if you really got so many Eternal Kingdom orders, who would be willing to use them to destroy the Demon Seed Abyss? Even if you don't use them to open up the Eternal Kingdom, you will trade them. Therefore, this approach is hardly realistic. I said, let me go later. The demon species in the Eternal Realm asked. Okay, let's go. Yi Tian waved his hand. Swish, this Eternal Realm Divine Realm demon species fled quickly. He kept fleeing, gradually getting far away. But suddenly, a figure stopped him. It was Yi Tian. What do you mean? The god-level monster in the Eternal Realm roared angrily. Stop you, Yi Tian said with a smile. Are you going back on your word? Asked the Eternal Realm God Realm Demon Seed. Didn't return. Yi Tian spread out his hands. You said let me let you go, I let you go, but I let you go, didn't say that I might catch you again. The Eternal Realm Divine Realm 780 Demon Seed was speechless, yet Yi Tian actually played word games with him. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The two sides fought again. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian's other cloned bodies arrived, besieged and killed the god-level monster in the Eternal Realm, and beheaded it in a short while. You still want to live? What are you thinking about? Yi Tian said coldly. If this head of the Eternal Realm God Realm escapes, his Eternal Demon Pillar will be exposed, and next time it will definitely attract a large number of Eternal Realm God Realm Demon Seeds. Therefore, this demon in the eternal realm must die. League of Endless Nations. Yi Tian came back, and then entered one of the demon-seated abysses, which was also the first demon-seated abyss. This time, he is going to try the Eternal Kingdom order. The god-level monster from the eternal realm should not have deceived him, so he was going to give it a try. Otherwise, if a group of god-level demons from the eternal realm are really attracted, it will be troublesome. Then, he entered the abyss of the demons, and then used the Eternal Kingdom order to try to open up the Eternal Kingdom in the abyss of the demons, so as to break through the abyss of the demons. Open up. Yi Tian urges the Eternal National Decree and mobilizes the origin of the Eternal National Border to come. Boom! The demon seed abyss began to tremble. The two forces seem to be confronting each other, but the Eternal Kingdom order can't compete with the demon seed abyss at all. One Eternal National Decree is not enough, you must use another Eternal National Decree. Yi Tian took out another Eternal Kingdom order and continued to open up the Eternal Kingdom to fight against the demon seed abyss. That's it. Yi Tian took out one after another Eternal National Decree, and the final result of these Eternal National Decrees was to be smashed. After Yi Tian took out the 13 Eternal Edicts, this demonic abyss finally completely shattered. Click! The huge demonic abyss began to disintegrate and shatter, and finally dissipated completely. Swish swish swish! A statue of eternity came to the Tao realm, and they were all shocked when they saw the abyss of the disappearing demons. They didn't expect Yi Tian, the patriarch, to destroy the demon seed abyss, and no one in the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance can do it at half a step in the eternal realm, not even the former 10,000 Gods Great King What. Next, Yi Tian went to the second demon seed abyss, and continued to use this method to destroy the second demon seed abyss. Thus, as long as the demon seed abyss is born, he will use this method to destroy it. Although every time a demon-seeded abyss is destroyed, more than a dozen Eternal Kingdom tokens will be lost, but now he has no shortage of Eternal Kingdom tokens at all, so he doesn't care much at will. The Endless Kingdom Alliance now needs time to develop, so he doesn't want to attract too many monsters. Pens are of little value, and killing them is useless, so. Really, in the years that followed, the Endless Kingdom Alliance did not attract any demon seeds, and passed a long and stable period of security. And Yi Tian has also steadily improved his cultivation and solidified the eternal Tao seed. Certainly, he didn't relax either, and still sent duplicate bodies to detect the surrounding area to prevent the monsters from invading the Endless Kingdom Alliance. Before you know it, more than 2 billion Tao era years have passed. During this period of time, a large number of Eternal Supreme Tao realms have been born in the Endless Kingdom Alliance, and many Eternal Supreme Tao realms have been trained to become Eternal Tao bodies. In addition, several strong men with great achievements in the Eternal Tao were born, and they all have enough resources to allow their cultivation to skyrocket. It's just that there is no perfect level Eternal Tao seed, and there is no way to use the treasure of the Tree Heart Demon to improve the Eternal Tao body. This rule Yi Tian is really willing to use the Tree Heart Demon to enhance the strength of the human race. After all, he doesn't need such a treasure as the Tree Heart Demon seed now, and neither does his relatives now. Then, when he was idle and bored, he also used the Tree Heart Demon seed to study, to see if the higher Eternal Tao seed could temper the Eternal Tao body with the least cost. And that's the goal of his research. After researching and researching again and again, copying other people's bodies for research, Yi Tian finally researched it. Yi Tian used the Tree Heart Demon seed as a material, extracted substances from it, and then used some special resources to synthesize a special Tree Heart Demon liquid. Although the Tree Heart Magic liquid can also make the Eternal Tao seed demon seed, but the side effects are very small, much lower than the side effects of many resource treasures. Unless a large amount of Tree Heart Magic liquid is refined, it will be transformed into a demon seed. Those in the Eternal Tao realm of the human race are all cultivating the Endless Tao seed, which is a high-level Eternal Tao seed. Therefore, the Tree Heart Magic liquid does not do much harm to them, so it can be widely promoted. Ever since, Yi Tian has produced a lot of Devil Tree liquid, and making Heart Devil liquid will harm the Devil Tree, and it will take a lot of resources to restore the Devil Tree. And just like that, the years passed. Yi Tian has already accumulated enough Tree Heart Magic liquid, which can be rolled out for people to exchange. With the Tree Heart Magic liquid, it probably won't take too long for the rest of the human race to have a perfect Eternal Taoist body. Yi Tian murmured, Endless Kingdom Alliance, Human Temple. Many Eternal Realms discovered that the human race temple launched the Tree Heart Magic liquid, and after knowing the introduction of the Tree Heart Magic liquid, they bought some to try the effect. Linley has no shortage of Tree Heart Magic liquid, and has also bought some Tree Heart Magic liquid. Afterwards, he began to retreat and refine the tree heart magic liquid. The effect is great. Lei was shocked. After that, he immediately went to buy more tree heart magic liquid. However, other eternal supreme Tao realms also knew the effect of the tree heart magic liquid, and they were frantically exchanging it. In a short period of time, the tree heart magic liquid was exchanged. Chapter 3018 The Resources of the Large Eternal Kingdom Alliance. The price of the tree heart magic liquid is not high, and the effect is very good, and the side effects are low. Who wouldn't want it? Therefore, even if they have exchanged all the contribution points, they still have to exchange the tree heart magic liquid. If the exchange is one step slower, then nothing can be exchanged. So many tree heart magic liquids are exchanged in a blink of an eye, it's over. Yi Tian can only continue to make the tree heart magic liquid, but with only one tree heart demon species, there is no way to produce a large amount of tree heart magic liquid in a short period of time, so he can only take his time. However, with so many tree heart magic liquids, there will definitely be an eternal supreme Tao realm to upgrade the cultivation base to the eternal Tao body consummation realm. It's time to put the endless solidification technique in the human race temple. Whoever has reached the perfection of the eternal Tao body and raised the eternal Tao seed to a certain level can practice the endless solidification technique. Yi Tian thought to himself. Then, he put the endless curing technique in the human race temple, and set a very high price. Before you know it, another long period of time has passed. This day, human race's eternal Tao realm Linli successfully used the tree heart demon seed to complete the breakthrough of the eternal Tao body, and successfully raised the eternal Tao body to a perfect state. Afterwards, Linli only needed to raise the eternal Tao seed to a certain level, and then he could choose to solidify the eternal Tao seed and hit half a step into the divine realm of the eternal realm. It is very difficult to upgrade the eternal Tao seed. The general resources are useless. Even in the human race temple, there are not many such resources. It needs to be collected by Linli himself. This requires luck. Lone Star National Alliance. Yi Tian is browsing a document. This document records the relationship between the Eternal Kingdom Alliance and the Abyss of Demon Seeds. This is top secret information, and he paid a very high price to obtain it. According to this information, once the number of eternal kingdoms exceeds 100, it will be a large-scale eternal kingdom alliance, and more than 10 demon species will be born in the abyss, and it will attract demon species from the god realm of the eternal realm, but it cannot attract them too much. For example, if the number of eternal kingdoms reaches more than 200, the number of demon species in the eternal realm will be slightly more. Like the Lone Star Kingdom Alliance, which has a total of more than 300 eternal kingdoms, it attracts more demon species in the eternal realm, which requires a lot of suppression in the eternal realm. This is also the reason why those eternal realm gods do not leave. If they all come here, the Lone Star National Alliance may collapse soon. In that case, a group of kings can only sacrifice their eternal kingdoms, choose to destroy the eternal kingdom decrees, and reduce the number of eternal kingdoms. And if the number of eternal kingdoms reaches more than 1,000, it is a super large eternal kingdom. There are super large eternal kingdoms in the eternal kingdom, but it seems that there are only a few, which are very far away from here. The super large eternal kingdom attracts too many monsters in the eternal realm. Without the top-notch eternal realm, it cannot be suppressed at all. And there is another piece of information on it, that is, the more eternal kingdoms, the more and more precious resources will be born. For example, a super large eternal kingdom will produce many resources that are helpful to the gods of the eternal realm, and a small eternal kingdom alliance will never be born. In short, the more eternal kingdoms there are in the eternal kingdom alliance, the more benefits there are, but the disadvantages are also great, so there are many threats to be faced. Threat. Yi Tian pondered for a while, and felt that he could solve these dangers. When my cultivation base breaks through to the god realm of the eternal realm, I will develop the Endless Kingdom Alliance into a super large eternal kingdom alliance. Yi Tian decided. Of course, this cannot be done in a short period of time, otherwise it will definitely attract other eternal realm gods, and if it attracts many strong people to occupy it, he will not be able to stop it. Therefore, he must ensure that his strength is strong enough, and that the human race is strong enough. This day, Yi Xingchen came to find Yi Tian. Father, a certain eternal kingdom has discovered a precious resource that can be used to solidify the eternal Tao seed. Yi Xingchen said, it was found by a certain eternal Tao realm and used to exchange contribution points. I gave him a lot contribution. Solidize the resources of the eternal Tao seed. Yi Tian was a little surprised. On the side of the alliance of the 10,000 gods, it is almost difficult to produce such resources, but the alliance of the endless kingdom has only opened up billions of eras, and such resources have been born. At this time, he thought of the reason for the large-scale national alliance. Naturally, the resources produced by a large-scale national alliance are not comparable to that of a small eternal national alliance like the All-God National Alliance, but the danger encountered by a large-scale national alliance is also greater. 0. Seeking flowers. Stars, find more of this kind of resource, it will help you solidify the eternal Tao seed. Yi Tian said. Yes, father, Yi Xingchen replied. You take this treasure by yourself. Yi said. Yi Xingchen didn't refuse, he asked for it himself. In the years that followed, the Endless Kingdom Alliance found resources one after another that would help solidify the eternal Tao seed. Yi Xingchen, Yi Xingyu, and Xiao Yu all allocated and used them to solidify their own eternal Tao seed. Yi Tian didn't want it, he had Beiji Xuanyi and Xuanline Ancient Tomb. The solidification speed of the eternal Tao seed itself was very fast, these resources could only speed up a little bit for him. 0. So, give it to Yi Xingchen and the others. Since solving the problem of the abyss of demon seeds, Yi Tian will occasionally release 1 or 2 eternal kingdom tokens to allow people to open up eternal kingdoms and increase the number of eternal kingdoms in the Endless Kingdom Alliance. The greater the number of eternal kingdoms, the more resources are added, the faster the development of the human race, and the more top-level resources are born. From time to time, some eternal Supreme Tao realm found great opportunities, and their strength and cultivation base improved by leaps and bounds. For example, Linley, his luck is very good. According to his cultivation speed, it is estimated that it will not be long before he has the hope of reaching half a step of the eternal realm God realm. Before you know it, another billion to Tao era years have passed. This day, Linley of the human race started to attack half a step into the God realm of the eternal realm. He didn't intend to continue to upgrade the eternal Tao seed, and directly started to solidify the eternal Tao seed. And he also successfully exchanged the endless solidification technique from the human race temple, and began to solidify the eternal Tao seed. Not long after, he successfully solidified the eternal Tao seed, and his cultivation broke through half a step to the God realm of the eternal realm. And after Linley's breakthrough, several people couldn't help it one after another, and began to attack the half-step eternal realm God realm, which quickly increased the number of half-step eternal realm God realms of the race, far surpassing the All Gods Kingdom Alliance up. And Yi Tian's eternal Tao seed is about to be solidified gradually. Once it is completely solidified, he can impact the God realm of the eternal realm. Chapter 3019 Opening of the Channel of the Virtual Domain in the Endless Kingdom Alliance. The years passed. This day, Yi Tian's eternal Tao seed has finally solidified to the 100% perfect state, and the entire eternal Tao seed has been completely solidified. At this time, he can go to the eternal Tao realm. Afterwards, Yi Tian announced his closed-door training, attacking the God realm of the eternal realm. The impact from the half-step eternal realm God realm to the eternal realm God realm is mainly due to the transformation of the body and power. As for the eternal Tao seed, there is actually no transformation. At this time, Yi Tian prepared a large amount of resources, refined them with the eternal Tao seed, and turned them into incomparably pure energy that poured into his body, and then hit the shackles in the dark. Not long. Click. The shackles in the dark were shattered, the body began to transform, from the eternal Taoist body to the eternal world God's body. The power in the body also transformed into a higher level of power, and the strength was undergoing difficult, 8 changes. The metamorphosis of 0, imagination. I don't know how long it has passed, Yi Tian's body's resources have been consumed countless, and only then has he completed his transformation and broken through to the God realm of the eternal realm. The strength far exceeds that before. Now, even without the help of the eternal magic pillar, I can easily kill the eternal realm God like Xuan's realm God. Yi Tian murmured. Wow, the eternal magic pillar appeared in his hand, and he continued to refine it. In the past, although he said he could control the eternal magic pillar, he hadn't actually refined it thoroughly. Now, his refining speed is far beyond the past. If he completely controls the eternal demon pillar, his strength will be even stronger. In addition to thoroughly refining the eternal demon pillar, he also had to practice in the divine realm of the eternal realm. The cultivation of the eternal God realm is naturally different from the half-step eternal realm God realm. The half-step eternal realm God realm only needs to solidify the eternal Tao seed, while the cultivation of the eternal realm God realm is to continue to upgrade the eternal Tao seed first, and then to breed eternal Tao seed world spirit. After the eternal Tao seed is solidified, it is not impossible to continue to improve, but it is difficult to improve, and the difficulty is much greater than before. And after breaking through to the God realm of the eternal realm, Yi Tian's eternal Tao seed limit is gone, and he can continue to grow the eternal Tao seed. Try the effect of the eternal magic pillar on the eternal Tao seed. Yi Tian's eternal Tao seed began to use the eternal magic pillar for refining. Boom! The power of the eternal demon pillar continues to refine the eternal Tao seed, but the Lord is still trying to influence the solidified eternal Tao seed. The influence of the eternal demon pillar is terrible, that is, I have the perfect level eternal Tao seed, otherwise the solidified eternal Tao seed of the other eternal gods will still be unable to withstand it, and there is still a risk of being turned into a reversed demon seed. Yi Tian murmured. Afterwards, Yi Tian tried the effects of treasures such as the evil-slaying vines. Although it could still improve his eternal Tao seed, the effect was already very poor. Certainly, if it is the other gods in the eternal realm, I am afraid that they still hope to obtain treasures such as the evil-slaying vines, so Yi Tian can't see them. From now on, use the eternal magic pillar to refine the eternal Tao seed. Yi Tian decided. Virtual domain. The eternal world spirit tree is here. Yi Tian continues to cultivate the eternal world spirit tree, and now the eternal world spirit tree has been cultivated by Yi Tian to become a giant tree, but it is still far from the birth of the eternal world spirit fruit, and it will take a long time before there is hope to breed an eternal world spirit tree eternal spirit fruit. After breaking through to become a god of the eternal world, he continued to use the power of the eternal Tao seed to water the eternal world spirit tree. The effect will be better, and the cultivation time will most likely be reduced. It shouldn't be a problem to cultivate the spirit fruit of the eternal world. The next step is to continue to grow the eternal Tao seed. When the eternal Tao seed has been raised to the limit and there is no way to improve it, try to cultivate the eternal Tao seed world spirit. I just got Shuangxing, the inheritance of the world snake world spirit can cultivate the Shuangxing world snake world spirit. Yi Tian secretly thought. In addition, he has to develop and strengthen the Endless Kingdom Alliance. He plans to cultivate the Endless Kingdom Alliance into a super large Eternal Kingdom Alliance, and develop the number of Eternal Kingdoms to 1,000. During these long years, he has collected a lot of eternal national decrees, so this difficulty is not too big. It's just that he has to use some eternal state decrees to break through the abyss of the demons, so that the demons cannot be attracted. League of Endless Nations. Yi Tian began to move the entrance of the imaginary domain. He wanted to move the entrance of the imaginary domain to the Endless Kingdom Alliance. As for the two eternal kingdoms on the side of the God's Kingdom Alliance, he was going to give up. Boom! Under Yi Tian's power, the entrance of the imaginary domain was moved little by little, even the entire imaginary domain was moved. Without the power of the God realm of the eternal realm, this cannot be done. The virtual domain is not a floating world, but a fixed world, but if the strength is strong, such a world as the virtual domain can still be moved. Gradually, the void domain was moved to the Endless Kingdom Alliance, and the entrance was also placed in the Eternal Kingdom at the center of the Endless Kingdom Alliance. From now on, the channel between the Endless Boudoir Alliance and the void domain will be completely opened. Any human being can freely enter and exit the two places. Those who have been staying in the Endless Kingdom Alliance and have not returned can also go back and have a look. Soon, this news was announced, and countless human beings were excited. And the human beings in the imaginary domain are also extremely excited, and the strong human beings whose strength has reached the mythical realm go to the human kingdom one after another. Of course, non-human forces in the imaginary domain cannot enter the Endless Kingdom Alliance. Virtual domain. The veterans of the Congenital Origin Alliance are still in the mythical Supreme Tao realm at this time, and the first veteran has recultivated to the Eternal Supreme Tao realm, but it is a broken Eternal Supreme Tao realm, and its strength is not as good as the real Eternal Supreme Tao realm. Taoist environment. Therefore, when the strong human beings of the Endless Kingdom Alliance returned, they were dumbfounded. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. At the entrance of the passage, a powerful human race descended, attracting the group of elders. That's the eternal realm. The 10th elder was shocked. 0.9 is fast. One after another, the eternal realm came out. In a short time, the densely packed eternal realm returned to the virtual domain, and even the first elder was shocked. How is this possible? All of them are in the eternal Tao realm, and some of the aura of the eternal Tao realm are even more terrifying than the Lord Qingyuan. The first elder was dumbfounded. He knew that after the human race broke out of the imaginary domain and entered the eternal state, their strength became very powerful. After all, even the human race in the imaginary domain has cultivated a lot of mythical and eternal Taoists, which are far beyond the comparison of other forces. However, it is not so exaggerated. In addition to these eternal Tao, there are countless eternal Tao powerhouses who came back to have a look. Countless people in the domain are envious. Chapter 3020 Ready to join Jieding. Perhaps it was better for me to leave the imaginary domain in the first place. The first senator thought to himself. Once upon a time, he was in existence second only to the number 1 demon lord in void territory. But now, his strength is not worth mentioning in the human race, and he can't be ranked at all. If you pull out a strong human being, you can beat him. However, after thinking about it carefully, he decided to forget it. Ever since he became the Tao seed of Qingyuan and was captured by the Lord Qingyuan, his foundation has been severely damaged. Now he can return to the eternal Tao realm and become a weakened eternal Tao realm. This is already the limit. No matter how much he improves in the future, it will be useless, and it is impossible to practice into the eternal Tao seed again. Moreover, even King Qingyuan was tormented by the problem of transforming the eternal Tao seed into a demon seed, and his end in the eternal Tao realm would only be worse. I'll stay in the void realm honestly. If there is any problem, human beings will take care of it. I can live a good life with peace of mind. If I feel bored, I will seal myself. The first elder thought to himself. Certainly, many veterans and forces still want to leave the imaginary domain. They feel that human beings can become so powerful that even if they are a little worse, they can still improve to a similar level. So, they begged the Terrans to take them out. As a result, Terran 07 ignored them at all. As a result, many forces held hatred in their hearts, and some of them even wanted to smuggle across to the Tao realm, and were directly executed by the high-level human race. Of course, if these forces do not cause trouble, humans will not take care of it. Moreover, there are no foreign enemies in void territory today, and if they don't cause trouble, life will be very comfortable. Therefore, under the strength of human beings, they completely gave up this plan. The years passed. Human beings are developing more and more rapidly, and the population is also expanding. And after Yi Tian let go of the Eternal State Decree, more and more eternal realms exchanged the Eternal State Decree, opened up the Eternal Kingdom, and made more and more eternal kingdoms in the Endless Kingdom Alliance. This day, in the Endless Kingdom and Star Kingdom of the Alliance of All Gods, Yi Tian began to move the human beings here, and brought them all into the Alliance of Endless Kingdoms, completely abandoning these 2 eternal kingdoms. In one breath, all the human beings in the 2 eternal kingdoms were relocated, and everything was taken away. This news was quickly sensed by other forces in the 2 major kingdoms. Each of them was puzzled, and some of the eternal supreme Tao realm even sent a message to Yi Tian, wanting to know what happened. The reply given by Yi Tian was to move away, and gave the 2 eternal edicts to other forces. And with Yi Tian's departure, a lot of eternal realms have been lied to. After all, the No. 1 demon seed abyss still has the demon seed Linyuan. If the demon seed Linyuan comes out, who can stop it? Today, there is only one half-step eternal realm god realm left in the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance, and that is the Tai Chi Taoist. How can a half-step eternal realm god beat the demon seed Linyuan? However, they didn't know that Linyuan, the demon species, was dead, and neither did the Taoist Tai Chi. Then, after Taiji Taoist learned that Yi Tian had left, he ran away without saying a word. He didn't want to face the demon Linyuan. The Taoist Tai Chi himself has no influence, and he is not the king of the country, so there is no pressure to run away. As a result, the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance lost even a half-step eternal realm. Once upon a time, the alliance of the 10,000 gods had an eternal realm god realm and several half-step eternal realm god realm. How powerful it was. As a result, these powerhouses have all run away now. With the current strength of the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance, how can it stop the No. 1 demon seed abyss from the demon seed Lin abyss? All of a sudden, many of the eternal realms panicked, and the Jujimeng didn't know what to do. The point is, it is impossible for the Lord of all gods to take care of the current alliance of all gods' kingdom. After all, even the kingdom of all gods has moved to the realm of gods, and the Lord of all gods has nothing to do with this place. Many eternal supreme Tao realms want to escape, but the Qinshan Kingdom Alliance, which is closest to the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance, is in a worse situation than the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance, so they can't go there. However, it is too far away to go to other countries and alliances, and there are many dangers on the way, and there is also the danger of falling. Therefore, it is better to simply stay in the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance. If the demon seed Linyuan rushed out of the number 1 demon seed abyss, they would choose to escape again. Certainly, Yi Tian still gave the senior management of the 9 Extremes League a contact information. If the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance really encountered troubles, they could contact him. Yi Tian first entered the Eternal Boundary. It was in the All Gods Kingdom Alliance. Without the All Gods Kingdom Alliance, he would not be able to survive a safe period, nor would he be able to grow up to where he is now. Therefore, if the 10,000 Gods Kingdom Alliance is in danger, he will still take action. However, the demon seed Linyuan is dead, and it is actually not very dangerous to the alliance of the Gods Kingdom, unless a demon seed that is half a step into the eternal realm is born, but such a demon seed is very difficult to be born. Before you know it, another long period of time has passed. Yi Tian's wife, Xiao Yu, gradually completed the solidification of the eternal Dao seed. After all, Yi Tian gave his wife the Beiji Xuanyi and the Xuanline Ancient Vine, and let his wife solidify the eternal Dao seed. The efficiency has naturally increased a lot. And Xiao Yu's eternal Dao seed is not as powerful as him, so it is easier to complete 750 solidification. No, Xiao Yu's eternal Dao seed was completely solidified on this day. Subsequently, Xiao Yu started to attack the God realm of the Eternal Realm, and she broke through easily, becoming the second God realm of the Eternal Realm in the Endless Kingdom Alliance. After that came Yi Xingqian. Xiao Yu gave him Beiji Xuanyi and Shuangguanggu. After a relatively long period of time, Yi Xingqian also completed the solidification of the Eternal Dao seed, and began to attack the God realm of the Eternal Realm. He also successfully broke through, and his strength soared many times. Then, Yi Xingyu completed the solidification of the Eternal Dao seed, and then broke through to the God realm of the Eternal Realm. So far, the Endless Kingdom Alliance has 4 Eternal Realm gods. For a long time to come, the God realm of the Eternal Realm will not be born in the Endless Kingdom Alliance, at least it will take a long time to be born. It's been a long time since my cultivation has broken through to the God realm of the Eternal Realm, and it's time to join the Realm Court. Yi Tian decided. The Jieding is the most powerful alliance force in the Eternal Kingdom and even the Jishin Kingdom, and only by joining the Jieding can he obtain the complete inheritance knowledge, otherwise the next cultivation can only be explored step by himself. Therefore, joining the Jieding court is the best choice. So on this day, he went to the Jieding branch of the Eternal Kingdom.